DelcorInc.com to find out how you can get a new replacement HVAC system for under $120 a month. With top-of-the-line manufacturers like Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Go to DelcorInc.com or call Delcor, the service professionals.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
Clip. Hey, man, good to see you, brother.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
Ahí estaba, en el centro. Hoyo de gloria.
Have you scanned your MVP card?
Breakfast was 3 eggs, scrambled light with grits and extra crispy bacon.
Clip, what's up? It's Bryce.
I know, Clip, people are looking for you to sprinkle your magic fairy dust on this whole thing and make it all better.
Let's get to that conversation now. Here is that.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Hi, welcome in to a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here in the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930. Online, pr927fm.com, and you can be a part of today's show if you'd like, and chime in on Facebook Live and YouTube. We are seeing our subscriber numbers go up. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, hit the thumb. We'd appreciate that, and let us know what is on your mind on this Monday. Not good weekend for ECU athletics across the board, and we will recap that today. Also, some major news coming out on Sunday that Donnie Kirkpatrick will no longer be the offensive coordinator of the Pirates moving into 2024. So we'll talk a lot about that. Talk about ECU's lack of production offensively on Saturday in the shutout to Navy, and have more for you on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live, including Double B, Brian Bailey, who will join us coming up in hour number 2, and Jason Nichols, the former Pirate coach, will join us coming up in hour 3. We've got Shirley Rhodes here rocking her Dolphins hat. Joey is producing the video. We're lucky enough to have Chandler here for one segment today. Hello, Chandler.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Turn my mic on.
There you go.
All right. Hello. How are you doing?
Good. Thank you for asking. Ellerbe is to my left. Hello, Jonathan.
Is this working? I
think we're good.
Are we on?
We're on.
Excited to be here, Clipper.
Are you?
Thanksgiving week.
It is. I'm excited about that.
I mean, aren't you a little pep in your step for the football holiday on Thursday?
More about the food than the football.
Maybe are you going to be sure wherever you're having Thanksgiving, they don't have the TVs working?
Yeah. The Thanksgiving is about family. It's not about sports. It's about talking to your relatives. You don't see them a lot during the year, so it's about sharing that time. It's not about who's playing football. It's not about anything other than family.
In this year of having bad sports teams in football, are you going to stick to politics at the Thanksgiving table this year?
Absolutely. We're going to talk about who we're going to vote for, why this country is in the shape that it is right now.
Who you voted for in the past.
Absolutely.
That would be a good, if you're going to Clip Brock's Thanksgiving, be prepared.
That's right.
Local politics, Holt Naylor's starting at quarterback for ECU.
That's a little too sporty.
Yeah, that's too much sports.
We're going to go, here's the mashed potatoes, thoughts on abortion. That's how it's going to work at my Thanksgiving.
Pass the turkey.
Here's the string beans, climate change.
Border control.
That is the ideal Thanksgiving this Thursday. No football.
Maybe your top. Usually this week, you always ask every guest on, like, what is your
favorite side dish?
Your favorite side dish? You should say, what would be the most awkward political question you could ask somebody at your Thanksgiving meal?
Oh, man. That is where we are right now, folks. Tough times for my pro team. Tough time for the football team. And as my professional football team was losing an embarrassing game to Tommy DeVito and the Giants, I was in Minges watching East Carolina basketball lose to Northeastern. Second straight loss without Brandon Johnson. We hope to get him back sooner rather than later. But no time to cry about it. Pirates right back on the court today and on Tuesday.
Pirates in the tournament of their own and losing their tournament of their own, even with courtside Clip down there. I saw you down there, Clip. I've been to 2 basketball games. Unfortunately, the Pirates are 0-2 when the Ellerbe's in attendance.
Oh, yeah?
All right, yeah.
I've missed
There's
the first
blame.
2 games. So I am taking part responsibility for this slump Mike Schwartz and his team is in.
Well, I've got a record update for you. The Pirates are 1-0 when I'm in Section 213. 0-2 when I'm in Minji's in other areas.
Courtside Clip.
Courtside Clip, 0-2 on the year. I belong at the top.
Yes.
In the nosebleeds.
You do not need to be getting paid to watch the Pirates, and you do not need to be sitting in the good seats watching the Pirates. You need to be sitting in 213.
I've learned my lesson.
Will you be in 213 tonight?
No. I will not be in the building.
What did the Pirates do with you not in attendance?
They're 1-0 right now.
All right.
I believe. Am I getting this right?
Did you go? You went to the Campbell game?
We played 4 games.
Oh, one game I was here.
Right.
And they won that game.
So 1-0 without Clip in the building.
So let's see if that continues.
There's a lot of trends. I'm sure Phil Still's updating his basketball magazine right now with these stats to consider. So
stats to consider.
But the elephant in the room, Clip Brock.
Yes.
The goose egg by the Pirates in Annapolis.
Ellerbe, you're a big shutout guy. Hey, let's get a shutout for the first time since this, which we did that this year.
44-0.
Sure. That's right, we did. And the Pirates have, boy, we've been flirting with it too. At NC State to wrap up the year a few years ago.
Michigan this year.
Michigan
at
got
the
a field goal.
At the
buzzer.
At the buzzer.
Both of those were at the buzzer.
Charlotte gave us a gift to score a touchdown in the game this year where we scored 7. So we've been flirting with it, and finally we popped the question. We consummated the shutout on Saturday by scoring 0 points. And as a caller pointed out, we missed 1 field goal, and really that was about our only chance to score.
Yeah.
I don't think how much time did the Pirates spend on the other side of the 50?
The entire game.
Yes. I mean, they were, I'm just saying, they didn't really sniff not only the red zone, but their
own territory.
It was
Navy's territory.
It was bad, and bad.
So did East Carolina get into the red zone?
No.
Because the field goal was outside the
49-yard attempt. But I'm just saying, I don't even remember the Pirates being near the 50-yard line. Much less. It was just tough on the eyeballs. And I think, obviously the news you mentioned at the beginning, Donnie Kirkpatrick is not going to come back in 2024. So, Tony Collins has always jokingly asked this question, who's the quarterback?
Who's the quarterback?
But
who's our quarterback?
But there's, the one thing you're looking at it right now with East Carolina, and then you got the transfer portal and everything else coming up. But East Carolina's quarterback problem is who is the quarterback in 2024?
We don't know him.
I know.
He's not here.
That offensive coordinator, maybe the next offensive coordinator is coming from a school that can bring a quarterback.
I was thinking about that, Ellerbe, because I don't have names for you. I've seen some list of names starting to come out on who could be our potential next offensive coordinator. But I just remember Wager McGee talking about Dallas Baptist. One of their coaches went to Western Kentucky, brought the quarterback, brought a receiver.
Yes.
We need to look at a good FCS school that has a coach that we can bring in here as the offensive coordinator and him bring some talent with him. And that has worked in the past for some universities, and we need to do that here.
That is 1,000%. One, because they would have game experience, hopefully this quarterback. I'm not talking about, we don't really need someone that's bringing a backup quarterback that hadn't.
Right. We need a starter.
That hadn't had playing experience, because we kind of lived through that this year with players that were learning on the job or did not, able to execute. But I agree with you 1,000%. Whoever the coordinator is should have the answer immediately to hopefully who the quarterback is, because I think that it would be a great package deal to be able to make this East Carolina team successful right off the start in 2024.
Yeah, Justin says it's not Flynn, it's not Garcia. Evidently, it isn't Jeter either. I tend to agree that we are going to see. We've already seen the first domino fall, but I've been saying, wholesale changes on the offensive side from coordinator probably to assistant coaches and people on the staff. We'll see some changes there as well, but certainly at quarterback, we're going to have to get at least two, at the very least two, potentially 3 or 4 new quarterbacks.
Yeah, there's going to be, the portal's about to get nuts here for everybody.
Yeah.
And the coaching carousel, you remember when the coaching carousel used to be the one you used to watch, and that would be the carnival ride that was going nuts? Well, now there's a new ride at the amusement park, and it's called the NIL portal, and that's getting ready to get wild. The coaching carousel is getting ready to get even more crazier because, you always Syracuse fired a coach. East Carolina obviously making the move at offensive coordinator, but there's going to be a lot more dominoes to start falling over this Thanksgiving week and weekend, and that's when things are going to go crazy. And I believe, what is the portal open up December 4th?
Oh, yeah, I believe that's the date.
December 4th to January 4th. So, and there's already, people asking for permission to talk, or not even asking permission, already talking to players and plotting their
don't ask for permission.
No, plotting their next move or whatever. So it's going to be a very, very interesting next month or so. And East Carolina, I think, obviously, if you've listened to Pirate Radio, listen to the fifth quarter. Fans are frustrated. The fifth quarter was really good. They're not very apathetic. People are still engaged and ready to, try to figure out why this football program in year 10 in the American is still in last place. Not just struggling, but in last place. And I think what fans really need is a strong plan from Mike Houston, John Gilbert, and everyone that's in control of the football program. They need to dig in and get real specific of where this football program is going. Year 5, when Skip Holtz was here, he was winning conference championships. I think now that we're in year 10 of the American Athletic Conference and going into year 11, you break the numbers down, the Pirates are only 26-53. In their 10 years in the American.
Brutal.
But what's even more brutal, Clip, is they're 13-26 at home. 10 years, they've won 13 conference games in the American. So, they need to get real specific of, I think when Mike Houston was hired, there was the dumpster fire that was Scotty Montgomery, and he had to come in and clean it up and fix that. And he made East Carolina relevant again, achieving back-to-back bowl games. But now it's been a long slide off the mountain. And I think, what is East Carolina's goals? Are they here to compete and win the American Championship, or are they just here to win games and go? Is a bowl game the specific goal of this program?
No, they say the goal is the championship.
Okay, but I think Cliff Godwin, I go to the ECU baseball banquet every year. He has the pyramid of what his goals are for everyone, and he has national championship in his pyramid, win X number of games. I feel like the football program as a whole, for the fan base, if they described it and laid it out a little bit clearer, I think, it's just kind of...
John Gilbert having a football goal pyramid does nothing for me, personally.
But I think, hey, what's the goal to get to is the goal to get to win the American football championship?
Yeah, but why do you need to see a chart about that? Like, what is that going to do for anybody?
I think everybody likes to have a plan. What's the plan to get there? They need to get to 20,000 season tickets sold. They need to, what do we need? What does East Carolina need to be competitive in the American Athletic Conference? You hear, they need NIL money. Well, how much NIL? Is it just you just get as much as you can, or they need $1 million? They need $2 million. I just think right now, where there is a lot of frustration and chaos, I think the more specific that Mike Houston and other people can talk about of their needs and their wants and how people can help and rally around that, and then then the fans are really just your accountability partner. It's like, Clip, do you want to lose weight? Yeah, sure. Well, how much? If you don't ever say how much weight you want to lose, then we're never really chasing the exact goal.
Why you got to bring my weight into this?
Just, I don't know. Chandler, do you want to lose weight?
Sure.
See? How much?
I don't know.
See?
I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan.
I'm going to draw you a pie chart. Weight, that's a pie, and I'm going to eat it and not lose weight.
I wouldn't start this week, Chandler, because your mom's cooking's probably going to be pretty good.
Yes, very much so.
But I think if you look at the numbers of where, I mean, East Carolina is. I mean, when you look at the standings for the American Athletic Conference, and East Carolina's in dead last, and we were picked 5th or whatever. I mean, it's like this is just not good right now.
I just don't understand. Did they know going into this year how bad the quarterbacks and the offense was going to be? They didn't, and they just hoped that a miracle would happen. Or did they really think they had something with these guys?
Because they made it seem like it, right?
The puzzling aspect is we all knew Holt Naylor's last game was going to be at the Birmingham Bowl, and there never seemed to be a huge panic button. It's like if we'd have had a quarterback leave after the spring game, being like, "Ooh, where our quarterback transferred, we're not really sure about these others." I mean, I think that's just. I agree with you. It's like I never really saw like be on alert. This could be a rough year. I think in fairness, I don't think anybody was expecting a championship here this year.
No.
But I don't think anybody by any means would have said, hey, look, we're sitting at 2-9 heading into Tulsa Thanksgiving weekend.
Chandler, I keep going back to our fall scrimmage, and we're out there at the end of it. And yeah. And we did a video and put it out and said ECU threw 4 pick sixes. And I watched that again this weekend because we gave some props to Javius Bond. Mm-hmm. We gave some props to Josiah Hatfield had a catch and run for a touchdown. Mm-hmm. So we didn't just take a dump on the whole offense, but we said defense definitely won the day. We saw 4 pick sixes. So people were upset we put that out because we didn't get to see the full scrimmage. That's fair. That's fine. But we did talk about what we saw. And it has not gotten better. You could argue it's gotten worse as the year has gone on, this offense.
I mean, we got to the point where we didn't score a touchdown, didn't cross the 50-yard line majority of the game.
It was awful in August. It's awful in November. And now, like we've been saying, it's got to be a complete overhaul. My worry is the defensive side. And, man, we got some very, very positive news regarding NIL donations last week to Team Boneyard, which is great because you're going to need that to keep your players, your corners, Revel and Jackson and those guys. And we need to do all we can to
not if they get offers from Power 5 programs.
True, yeah.
I mean, it's irrelevant. You just, because they're, as we saw, if Auburn and Oregon come calling, or the ACC comes calling, you can't compete.
There's my worry that this defense is going to be picked apart, and maybe Blake Harrell is tired of losing games 10-0 and 13-10, and he gets offered somewhere. And I see a scenario where we do go all in on offense, and we do bring in a really talented quarterback, and we get an offensive coordinator with a genius mind, and we are putting up points next year, and we don't have a defense to stop anybody. I could see the scales tipping that way in a crazy world.
Well, I think my worry is how do you match up expectations and the fans, because that's where you are right now. Like no one, including the coaches and administrators, are happy with where this program is. But like the expectation at this point, what is the sales pitch for 2024, and then what is the expectations? Like if you say is as you said. Is this fan base patient enough for an overhaul next year? Is it still a learning on the job?
Well, we're either going to get an overhaul with Mike Houston here or a complete overhaul with a new coach, right? It's going to be an overhaul one way or the other.
So how patient, and then what? So where are we? And I think there has to be some sort of honest game plan put out there and put forth of, if there's what's in the cupboard. And no one's really going to know that until it all settles out when the spring semester starts in January. But
well, you're Ellerbe, you're all over the creative stuff and how do you do that. I mean, you're going to have some creative minds to sell tickets for what we saw this year and for the non-conference. Being Norfolk State and App State. App State's a good game. I think we can all enjoy that one. But Norfolk State is your other home game in the non-conference. That's not going to excite anyone.
You're appealing to your base at this point and how do you get people to buy? I mean, here's the thing. What was the schedule? At Norfolk State's the first game, at Old Dominion, Appalachian State, and then Liberty, who's undefeated right now. And I mean, and as we know, we can't. I think even more today than last year or 3 years ago, you can't really worry about what teams do this year compared to going into the next year because rosters are so temporary of flipping. But East Carolina's got to put up that perimeter around and like, are we going to be the best school when it comes to Charlotte, App, Old Dominion, James Madison, Liberty, Coastal Carolina, Georgia State, all the schools like right around these, 3 or 4 states right here. And I think the problem is when the portal starts hitting and players start going to those schools from East Carolina is when it can be difficult, which is why I think now is a great time during a crisis to get specific of what is the vision for East Carolina football, and then how can they rally the troops to get people there. And if Mike Houston is going to be the leader in 2024, which it appears that's the way, like he's got his work really cut out for him. And part of that work is the big play is going to be getting an offensive coordinator and getting a quarterback in here, but then also doing his best with the resources he has to keep his staff that he wants to keep and the team that players he wants to keep intact to make himself successful in 2024. And I think what are the expectations for next year? Anything short of a bowl game is a complete failure?
I mean, it should be, yeah. But I don't know. I'll tell you when we see the coach that comes in and the players that come in. I mean, unfortunately, are you talking about my expectation or like what we should hold Mike Houston accountable for?
I'm really asking that question in the air, really, to I guess Mike Houston. Like, I mean, can you flip it back to a bowl team? Because you flipped it from back-to-back bowl teams to a 2-win team. Can it be flipped the other way to just 6 wins at least? Or can it get back up to 7 or 8? I don't know. I mean, that's just the question. I mean, like, I think that's where because if not, if you're like. If the sales pitch is like, well, we've got this new coordinator, we got this young quarterback, we've lost some defensive players, but we got a lot of young guys we're going to be playing. Like that's not. I mean, is that the sales pitch that's going to get people fired up? And I
don't know what can get people fired up right now. I don't think there is anything.
Which is my point. Is how people.
So are you saying we need to bring in a new head coach?
I'm just saying people. How patient are people going to be?
I don't know.
If there's going to be a lot of wait. If everyone's kind of like, well, let's wait and see.
Some will be patient till the end, because they go to every game and pay for everything. And look, a lot of people are not going to be that way.
And your absolute 1,000% core are going to be in Dowd-Ficklen Stadium in the fourth quarter against Tulsa this week. And there's going to be a lot of great people in there anyway, and there's going to be a lot of great people that aren't going to be there. But I'm just saying, what's the majority saying? Is the majority patient next year that if we win 4 or 5 and had a couple coulda, shoulda, wouldas, is that going to be enough to, or it's like, hey, look, this is year 11 of the American. We're playing all these new teams, Rice, Charlotte, FAU, and we're struggling, and we're getting behind them in the conference right now. So I mean, I'm just like, East Carolina's got to figure out a plan of what's our identity in the American, because our identity right now is in the cellar at last place.
Irving says maybe we're in the wrong conference. Sun Belt would be a much better fit, assuming the TV gap narrows. Irving, let's take a look at the Sun Belt standings. We're 0-2 this year. At least we won a game in the conference we're in. We didn't beat a Sun Belt team. 0-2. We couldn't beat them. We couldn't. I mean, put us in any conference this year. It's not going to matter. This team, couldn't get it done this year.
It's been a struggle, and I think the Pirate fans have been outstanding. There was our pictures, and Chandler, you were up there. There was a good group of ECU fans.
It was unbelievable.
And I heard one of the callers in the fifth quarter said, I mean, no 2-8 team is going to take that many fans on the road like we did. I mean, the fans and support are there. They're lingering, but now is the time to rally them all together to get behind this next push of what it's going to be. And I guess my whole point is, what are the expectations? Let's set realistic expectations of where we can be next year to where's this program going? Because right now, a lot of people are like scratching their heads being like, well, dang, I thought after, 7-4, what were we, 7-5, and then 8-5, like this program was on a trajectory not to be in last place.
Right now, I expect to beat Norfolk State, and that's about it right now. Well, I'll let you know later. John says, do we reach 10,000 season tickets next year?
Yeah, I think so. We're at knocking on 15 this year?
Yeah. Joe is in Greenville on the Pirate Radio Live line. What's up, Joe?
Hey, guys, I just want to see if there's something that you can help me understand a little bit. Number one, NIL. if NIL is name, image, and likeness, it seems like the main group of people NIL is going to help, because it's a two-way street. It's going to help the player, but with NIL, it's also going to help a business to help with advertising. So it seems like we would be hitting businesses harder than we'd be hitting individuals, because for an individual to give to NIL, what does he get out of it? There's no return on his money. And second of all, I'd like y'all to discuss that. And second of all, we give to the Pirate Club. Now we want to give to NIL. The more money we give, it seems like the less access we have. I remember the day when we used to have coaches on all the shows. We could call. We could talk to the coach. We could ask the coach questions. We had a coach's show where you could talk to the head coach. You could ask the head coach questions. Now it seems like the average fan has zero access to any of the coaches. It's almost like they've taken the program away from us, but yet they want more and more money. Now, I would love just to hear your guys' side of that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'd like to know what you guys got to say.
Well, the NIL is just another funnel that's been created in college athletics, and it's no different than, any other business where technology or anything else comes along. It's just like Pirate Radio. We started as one AM station, grew to 2 AM stations, and then the birth of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that. We're a digital media company, but the way, and I get the point. And NIL is just it's another animal out there that you have to feed, and I think it becomes on an individual basis. What do you want to give to? And I think when the return on investment for sports is really just an emotional return on investment.
Yeah, you want to see your team do well and have fun on Saturdays.
Because it's to me, I've always said the two things. East Carolina needs to be fun and relevant. It needs to be fun when you tailgate, get to the ball game, have fun with your friends, and then relevant when they scan the ticket that you think between 1% or 100% that your team can win that day. If you're looking at it as a business decision of like an investment, like if you bought East Carolina football season tickets this year, it was a really, really bad investment, because I guarantee you probably can't sell your tickets to this game this Saturday. And if you can, please let me know, because that would be like a miracle. Because people are trying. Excuse me.
Ellerbe's getting emotional.
It's okay. It's all right, buddy.
It's an individual choice. I understand the business part of it. John Gilbert talked about that in his letter to the Helm, or from the Helm last week, about how businesses need to get behind it as well. We here at Pirate Radio talk to these guys, and that is a NIL opportunity for them, and we get something out of it because we do interviews here on the air and things like that. But I think what you're saying is, Jonathan, that if you have the means to do it, also it gives you some sort of access to the team almost, because you can say this is for football, and I think you can say this is for one specific player, right? When you to donate your NIL money. As far as getting anything on return of it, that's up to you. Like, what do you call it an emotional investment? I think you're right about that.
It is 100% emotional investment. And then, why do you love the Pirates? Why do you love the Commanders? It is what it is. You emotionally invest your time into pulling for your team, and then you try to invest as much money as you can to go have fun and watch your team. But I think if you're running it as an ROI, then you're always going to be in the loser column. So I think you just got to figure out what's best for you, and if you're financially able to be in the Pirate Club, buy 4 season tickets, or buy 10, or be at the highest level or the lowest level of the Pirate, you got to figure out what's in your range. And then if you can support an NIL initiative, whether that's, we're doing stuff with players now. You can buy T-shirts to support the baseball players, or you can, if you're a business, you can obviously, sponsor players and other stuff like that too. But it is where it is. And if you're emotionally attached to East Carolina sports doing good, and you can financially give, a little bit of money to NIL, or a lot of bit of money to NIL, then maybe that, but there's no guarantee that these players are going to turn out. It comes back, it's just like anything in life, expectations, like if you give money to NIL and you give money to a specific running back or receiver, and that person drops passes or fumbles footballs, then then yeah, you're just attaching yourself more to the expectations. And so, I mean, it is what it is, which is why I get back to, if East Carolina is chasing to be the best in the American Athletic Conference, what tools and resources does the team need? What does the head coach need to achieve that? And I think what we've seen the last 2 losses in basketball, I don't think NIL has been a factor of which team has won that game, because I believe our players were probably getting NIL money and the other 2 teams are not. And I think there's been times where East Carolina football has, and hopefully in the future will beat teams that get paid more money.
Jamie says Ellerbe about to literally throw up over the team.
I think the fly that flew in Chandler's eye flew down my throat just a second ago. I was in mid-conversation, and it hit me right in the back.
King of Hearts said he is right. Dabo Saban do a call-in show. What happened to Houston's? Wasn't it at Logan's? They haven't done call-ins in a while.
Yes.
I think at one point it went to email questions, and of course they would pass along the ones that were easy to answer. CL says a call-in show with angry callers yelling at Houston would serve nothing. Well, it will make Joe and some other callers happy, but yeah, they're not going to do it because they don't have to do it. Maybe if they're undefeated, all of a sudden the call-ins come back. Hey, we're taking calls this week to talk about your 8-0 Pirates.
Well, that's what I mean. Everybody says, "Oh, the fifth quarter is negative, this and that." Well, the fifth quarter is based off the first 4 quarters. And last year after the bowl win, how was the fifth quarter clip? I mean, were people pretty fired up and excited? It's just when we win, it's a winner.
We scored 70 on North Carolina and took 70 amazingly happy calls.
Yes, so I mean, winning is the number one goal, and then how can East Carolina get back to winning? What tools and resources do we need? I mean, I think we saw in the USA Today coaches' salary comparison, Mike Houston's like number 4 or number 5 when it comes to so you're always, comparison's the thief of joy, but you're always comparing yourself to others. And I know Pirate fans are really, really frustrated when if we're sitting at 5 and 6 right now with a chance to be bowl eligible going into Tulsa, the conversations have probably been a lot of different. But the dead last and the horrible offense and everything, it's just been more than people can bear, because I think the expectations were not to be this terrible this season.
Chandler, we'll save our bit for tomorrow. And They didn't come up organically.
All right, that's fine.
And you got to head out?
Yeah, I do. I need to go by and see somebody. But yeah, the NIL stuff really gets us ramped up. It even had him crying and almost throwing up.
All right, let's take a break.
It was the new book. There was an old Ellerbe who swallowed a fly.
Some interesting comments from Mike Houston after the game. Earlier in the year, we asked Donnie about quarterbacks going in and playing and deciding on who goes in, and he said that's a question for Mike Houston. On Saturday, Mike Houston was asked about why not change up the quarterbacks, and he said that's a question for Donnie. Just giving us more questions. But we'll hear some of those answers, talk about that. Check in with the chat gang, who is hot here on a Monday. We'll say goodbye to Chon. Ellerbe, have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
What side dish you looking forward to the most?
Side dish I'm looking forward to the most is stuffing and gravy. It's always you only get it this time of year, and I think you really dive in and enjoy it this Thursday.
Chad said, is Chon leaving to make sure he makes the 6 o'clock game?
No, I'm actually trying to fill up this treasure chest.
Okay. Hey,
that's
for people like
soon.
you, Chad,
that can't win in the treasure chest.
One more snide comment, you're banned from the chest. How's that sound? But for real, what time are you heading to Minji's?
Probably
4:30.
About what time?
4:30.
No, game's at 6.
Yeah.
No.
What time?
About 5:30. About 5:40.
That's pushing it, buddy. Okay, fine.
Hey, this isn't my first rodeo. I love how you think I don't know what I'm doing.
How do you ask Chandler what time he's going and he gives you 2 times?
and they're both away.
Because on average, it's between 5:30 and 5:40.
Hey, good thing you're not an airline pilot.
All right, more MC Hammer, and we'll take a break. Susan says, hey, Chandler, happy No Victory Monday again.
Shout out to Susan for being one of the 30 Panther fans in Bank of America yesterday, because it was a Cowboys home game.
And she will not sell her tickets to opposing fans.
No, and good for her.
Integrity. Take a break, come back. East Carolina trying to cover. 40 seconds left. Pirates down to Ohio State, 77-55. They were 24.5-point underdogs. Can they cover? We'll have the answer for you when we return after this on the Buccaneer Music Hall Scoreboard presented by the Buck.
Open Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady. Open Gangnam Style.
Attention athletes and fans. Tiebreakers is looking for all-stars. Do you know an athlete who made a game-winning play, scored an amazing touchdown, or hit a huge home run? We're scouting Eastern North Carolina for this month's most outstanding athlete. Go to tiebreakersathlete.com to nominate your favorite player for the prestigious Athlete of the Month award. Tiebreakers, shining a light on the athletes that make Eastern North Carolina proud. Submit your nomination now at tiebreakersathlete.com.
What's up there, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Washington, North Carolina. Are you guys ready for the holidays? Because we are here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. We have up to 15% off 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee second and third rows. Also this holiday season in November starting 2023, up to 10% off Ram 2500 and 3500s. And also this month and going forward, we have oil changes as low as $34.95. That's right, folks, $34.95 oil changes here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Go Pirates.
Turkey, ham, bacon, these and other meats are great around the holidays and every other day, but they all leave behind grease when you cook them, and grease is a real pain in the drain. When you pour grease down a drain, it cools and can clog sewer lines. That can lead to sewer spills, which are messy, bad for the environment, and can also be expensive. Never pour grease down the drain. Instead, collect it in a container like a used soup can or jar. Let it cool and throw it away in the trash. Together, we can protect our sewer system and the environment. For more information, go to guc.com.
Make your holiday shopping a slam dunk this season with a gift certificate from Beauty Bar MediSpa and receive a free gift. Or put the ball in your court by shopping our 12 Days of Christmas flash sales, December 7th through the 22nd. 12 days, 12 different sales, offering tremendous savings on all Beauty Bar MediSpa services and products, such as Botox, filler, laser treatments, RF microneedling, facials, hair removal, and more. There's something for everyone at Beauty Bar MediSpa. The shot clock is running on your time to shop. Gift wrapping and shipping are available. BeautyBarMediSpa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is equal housing lender in MLS 208-516.
Hey Pirate Nation, I'm head men's basketball coach Mike Schwartz.
And I'm Kim McNeil, head coach of your defending American Athletic Conference champion women's basketball team.
Basketball season is just around the corner, and we're looking forward to another exciting season on the hardwood.
We need Pirate Nation to Pat Minji's Coliseum by purchasing your season tickets today.
Call 1-800-DIAL-ECU or visit ECUPirates.com to get yours now.
Thanks, and go Pirates.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
What's up? This is Bryson Worrell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Final score from some gym or ballroom in the Bahamas. Number 15, Ohio State, 79. ECU, women's basketball, 55. Pirates lose. Pirates cover by half a point. What a story.
I was getting ready to say, I thought that, because I thought you said 24 and a half, and it was 24, so...
they hung around for a half. East Carolina did. At one point it was 31-30. They rallied from down double digits, cut it to 1 with a big second quarter, but down 6 at the half. Ohio State opens it up in the second half, and East Carolina falls in their first game down at the Bahamas. Next, the Pirates will take on the Pirates. It'll be Seton Hall and East Carolina coming on Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. And
so we'll be able to catch a little Pirate basketball.
What do you mean by catch?
At home, watching TV.
No. Well, if you got Flow Sports.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Forgot about that Flow Sports thing.
I'm not going with that Flow.
No. Not for how much they're charging.
All right. Let's see. Eric says Houston didn't just throw DK under the bus. He went out and got his CDL. I don't know. Did he throw him under the bus? Was he just telling the truth? I'm not sure. But after the game, we'll go ahead and hit that one first. This is Houston on the quarterbacks playing, Shirley, where name redacted asked Mike Houston about the quarterback, and Flynn was not having the game of his life, fair to say, on Saturday. Why didn't we go with a different quarterback? You'll hear the question and the answer.
Did you guys at any point look at going to another quarterback, and if not, why not during this particular game?
Probably need to talk to Donnie about that. He felt like Alex gave us the best opportunity, and that's why he chose to stay with him.
Is that something you could, I don't know, did you think about overruling that at any point, or going with Mason or Jeter just for something different?
Based on the way the game was going and, what they were taking away from us, we had to throw the football in order to have a chance to win. And based on practice this week, Alex gave us the best opportunity to do those things.
I've seen some why delay the inevitable. Why not just fire Donnie Kirkpatrick yesterday and have a different play caller and offensive coordinator for this week's game? And I guess the answer is Donnie Kirkpatrick's the only one that can make a decision on what quarterback is playing, apparently. That might sound a bit snarky. Sorry. But that's what we're saying here. DK makes the calls on who's playing and what quarterback's in and what quarterback stays in. That's a new revelation that we learned on Saturday. Mike Houston also talked about the turnovers on Saturday in the loss to Navy.
We talked about it going into the game. Turnovers will be huge. I think 4 turnovers as well from you guys, just how bad breaking the lows.
No, well, that's it. I mean, that's the ball game. You force a turnover, you get a field goal attempt, very makeable field goal attempt with a strong wind behind you. We don't convert that. We force another turnover and we turn around and give it right back to them. And you can't do that if you want to win. We gave them the last 3 points on the fumble on the punt right there. So it's just that's the stuff that you can't do in a low-scoring, close ball game. And I thought we, the kids, they gave us a chance, and we just, we were unable to get enough going offensively.
That has been the story the entire 2023 season for East Carolina. And let's hear one more Shirley Houston on Luke Larson's fumble. That was an interesting play from Saturday. Here was that Q&A.
What happened with Luke on the punt? Did he kind of explain?
He needs to look at the film. I mean, it's two up on the outside. You kick the ball. I mean, there's no reason for him to hold the ball as long as he did. He knows that, or he'll know it after he looks at the film.
Was he thinking about running it there? Or
I don't know.
I mean, this is not a pile on Mike Houston, because I hear the frustration in his voice there. That Luke Larson has been trained to do a certain thing, and namely punt the football, and he didn't punt it, and Mike Houston was exasperated at that point. I don't know what he was doing. Needs to look at the film. So, yeah, that one appeared to be on Luke, the Aussie punter there, that particular play. Going back to the quarterback situation, and you need to talk to Donnie. Chad says, so Mike Houston basically said he was not in charge of that particular part of the game. I guess so, Chad. That is what took away from that. Yeah. Steven says that is nonsense. That is weak sauce. John says Thanksgiving talk. Pie of choice at Thanksgiving. I'm not a pie guy. I like cake. I like cookies.
You should have said you liked cake. I just made a nice tres leches cake for my family.
Oh, shut up with that.
Well, what do you mean?
I'm a fat guy that you see multiple times a week.
But I don't like cake, so I won't eat it, but I know it tastes good.
You look at me and say, he probably doesn't eat cake. Come on, man.
It's milk cake. It's a very different type of cake.
Milk cake.
Tres leches translates to
I know what leche is. Yeah.
So 3 of them. 3 different milks.
What?
Evaporated, condensed, and regular milk.
But it is a cake.
It is a cake.
It's a solid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That you moist overnight. It gets moist overnight with all the milks. And then you nice little whip of
I'm listening.
Yeah. And whipped cream on top.
Oh
cinnamon.
Yeah. Okay. I'm listening.
And a little cinnamon on there. Cut them up into squares. It's
And you made it, huh?
Yes, sir.
Well, somebody did bring in a dessert today. And that someone is Shirley Rhodes.
I did.
Who brought in her paradise pumpkin pie.
Mm-hmm.
Has that been tried by young Joey yet?
Not yet. I had a piece, and Glenn had a piece. So, but Joey is welcome to have some. Also, speaking of cake, you are in luck, Clip, because we do have cake on the way.
How's that?
One Bob Braxton is going to be dropping off some cakes for us.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, good to hear.
So you will have your cake and eat it too.
Eric says, it's amazing. It's soggy, but it's divine. He said, Joey may be whack, but his dessert game is on point.
How am I whack?
Y'all leave Joey alone.
Give me a reason to be
whack.
whack.
This man was here all day with us on Saturday, putting in the work.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate his service here. Jamie says, why would Donnie Kirkpatrick want to be here this Saturday? Dead man walking. Well, he loves the kids. Doesn't want to quit. Wants his full paycheck. There's a lot of reasons for him.
I don't really see it as him being thrown under the bus. We got the news a week early. I mean, what's
No.
the difference?
The thrown under the bus part was the ask Donnie about the quarterback thing.
Got you.
That's the bus part.
Yeah.
Look, we all knew, anybody with a brain looked at these offensive numbers this year and said Donnie Kirkpatrick wouldn't be back. I mean, we've had people calling for him all year. So that we knew that was going to be the case. Why the announcement on Sunday? I don't know. Maybe I have some conspiracy theories on that, but I don't know. Go ahead and get it out there. Now ECU can, well, maybe they're starting to look at potential candidates. It would be even more awkward if they were doing that while Donnie Kirkpatrick is employed or thinks he's going to be returned. So maybe that's why you go ahead and get it out in the open in front of everybody. But yeah, that'll be the case on Saturday. Donnie Kirk. And look, I said this. Hell, one guy got mad at me for saying Donnie Kirkpatrick was a nice guy. So I don't care if he's a nice guy. Our offense stinks. Well, two things can be true. You can be a nice guy with a crappy offense. But man, Donnie's he's the man. And always gave the best answers. I know a lot of y'all got tired of his press conferences this year, but that's just the kind of guy he is. I mean, it's tough to, like, Houston put it on his players on Saturday. You got to make that kick. You got to punt the ball. You got to make the throws, do all that. And he's right. Like, the players do deserve some of the blame here, but who brought in these players? Who put these players on the field? Who led these players at practice? That goes back to the coaches. It's like a cycle of blame on where you want to point the finger and everything. Josh says probably did it because of the record being broken and wanted to deflect it, trying to get approval. Maybe there is some deflection there. Like, look, this defense is working their tails off, and Donnie's offense is not holding up their end of the bargain. Maybe there's a little bit of that. I don't know. Michael Winstead said, good afternoon, Pirate Gang. Isaiah said hello. What's up, Isaiah? 49ers rolling once again.
Hey, Isaiah.
Hope to see him on the field at some point this season, but I know he's working his tail off on that 49ers practice squad. Great to see. Speaking of former Pirates, congratulations, Tyler Snead, Grey Cup champion. Texted with him today. Gave him a little congratulations, and he said appreciate it.
From practice squad to Grey Cup champion. He started that season on the practice squad, got himself on the field, proved he could stay on the field, and now he's walking away with a trophy and a ring.
Jamie says it's Houston's first time firing someone from the staff, no experience. Well, Jamie, that is certifiably false. He fired Bob Trott as defensive coordinator and brought in Blake Harrell. Correct. And I'd say that worked out quite well. If we get a repeat on that, we'll be happy. You bring in somebody. Now, Blake Harrell's in year 3 or 4. I want to say he came in during COVID year. So 2020, 21, 22, 23. So year 4. I don't know if we have time to wait offensively for 4 more years for it to be, we need to see a quick, very quick turnaround.
What's the genuine likelihood you think Blake gets swooped up by a Power 5 school? And if so, where?
73%.
Okay.
I mean, these numbers are impressive. Giving up 13 to Tulane. Giving up, what did we win last week? Giving up 10 to Navy, 10 to Charlotte, scoring defensively. I mean, he is going to be highly sought out.
Yeah, we only gave up, 10 to Navy, 7 from FAU.
Yeah, 7 to FAU, 22 to 7.
Tulane.
Yeah.
Who was 21 at the time. They're now 18.
And in those we've given up some big plays this year. We've given up yards, things like that. But how many of those are just because you go 3 and out and put your defense in bad spots? Cass said there is one guy who's doing his thing. Another former Pirate, while we're on the subject. And that former Pirate, of course, is
Jaquan McMillan.
I mean, that dude was everywhere last night.
Jaquan McMillan.
Fumble recovery on the first play, right? I think he's done that twice now, right?
He keeps playing the way he's playing. He's able to renegotiate a contract at the end of the year.
It was on the first
I will
drive.
say, though, his name was pronounced correctly last night.
Mike Tirico. Mike Tirico's a pro. A pro's pro. Also had an interception last night. I said it on Friday. Broncos about to go on a run. And man, still credit to Minnesota just for being in these games with the cards they've been dealt.
Definitely.
the card they were dealt, the former card, Josh Dobbs. There you go. Connecting dots. Baby.
Carolina radio legend.
The brain is clicking today. Jamie says, surely ECU has to at least be thinking if Harold gets poached, maybe you first offer him the head coaching job. Thinking about it? I don't know. He's never been a head coach. He would have to then assemble a staff. I don't know. King of Hearts says, Tres Leches cake is out of this world. Well, I wouldn't know because Joey, for some reason, thought that maybe I wouldn't enjoy a cake today. I will say this, Joey, to your credit. The older I get, the more I struggle with milk.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I used to eat cereal. I never enjoyed milk. I never liked milk. But I would eat cereal and then with breakfast, have a glass of milk. But now it does something to me. It messes me up.
Yeah, that's what it messed you up.
So with tres of those bad boys, I really might have been in trouble. Let's take a break. We'll come back, wrap up hour number 1. Brian Bailey going to join us. And sorry, I cannot keep up with everything in the chat game. We'll try to get to your comments as well. As we roll on a Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live, ECU women falling to number 15 Ohio State on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by DeBuck. We got Pirate basketball later today in Minges. We've got a game going on in Minges right now. At the half, Kennesaw State 43 and Northeastern 42. East Carolina taking on Georgia Southern coming up at 6 o'clock today. We'll see if we got any other scores going on around the country in college basketball. Tennessee up 38-35 on Cuse in the second half. Is that Maui? That is in Honolulu. Yes. So the Maui Invitational there, I reckon. Take a break. Have more for you. Pirate Radio Live after this.
For my feet
In football, it takes great offense, defense, and special teams to make the perfect team. With New Blue, it takes great service in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC to make the perfect team. This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing, and we have teamed up with Viva Electric and Roland Black Heating and Cooling to form New Blue Service Group. Same great local team, same great local service. Let us help you tackle any issues you may have. Just go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Go Pirates.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Taylor from Fleet Feet, making sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season. Locally owned and operated by ECU alums Chris and Kendra Lunyon, Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoes, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come see us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf and Ski location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
When you walk through the doors of Villa Verde, you'll experience the sights, sounds, and smells of authentic Dominican flavors. This is Jay from Villa Verde, inviting you to come by and try one of our amazing empanadas, our famous red snappers, grouper bites, seafood paella, Cuban sandwiches, and much, much more. Relax on the patio with a fresh mojito or a cold beer while enjoying one of our out-of-this-world desserts, like our rum pineapple cake or our famous tres leches. Villa Verde on 10th Street, a platform for good, and a proud supporter of the Pirate Nation.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have kept the fires burning for Eastern North Carolina Whole Hog Barbecue. At Sam Jones, you'll find our smokehouse pumping out wood-fired meats, cooked fresh every single day. There are no freezers at our place. Everything, and we mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Stop in and see us, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. At Sam Jones Barbecue, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
This is Dale Murphy, 2-time National League MVP and number 3 with the Atlanta Braves. And you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
What? I like big butts and I cannot lie. You never gonna stand deny. When a girl walks in with a itty bitty waist and a round thing in your face, you get strong. Now put up, cause you know the sack.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Caliber, Eastern North Carolina's premier outdoor shooting sports store for over 60 years. Visit CarolinaCaliberCompany.com to shop today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Order Jersey Mike's subs on the mobile app and get delivery right to your home, or save time and order ahead to skip the line to pick up from your nearest Jersey Mike's sub location. Jersey Mike's, a sub above. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Brock.
All right, back with you here, Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Clip Brock, Shirley Rhodes, Young Joey here on this day. And chat gang, loud and proud on a Monday as well. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Give us a like, please. We still have around 20 more viewers than we do, 28 more viewers than we do likes at this point. So hit that thumb and hit the subscribe as well. Our subscription number is going up, so we appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's head out to that Pirate Radio Live line, talk to BB, Brian Bailey, who joins us today. Bailey, how you doing, man?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm doing too bad.
Oh, you know.
My sports life is not going great, BB. Another loss today for East Carolina, although this one was to be expected. The Pirate women's basketball team falling to number 15 Ohio State by 24 points. They were 24.5-point underdogs, so they did cover for those that care about such things. But they lose. The men lose yesterday. Their second straight loss. They fall to Northeastern. They are back in action 6 o'clock against Georgia Southern. Of course, we got the shutout against Navy. You know about my Commodores, as you call them. Your Cowboys won, so you're feeling a little good.
Yeah, but my Cowboys are whipping up on bad teams. I just hope they can beat some good teams when they get through December. They've got some good teams to play. And then, as I've said all year, I want to see how they do in January. But they played well enough in Charlotte.
I tell you what, Bailey, if for some reason they decide to put bad teams in the playoffs this year, your Cowboys might make a run.
We'll roll. You put those Giants and Panthers in the playoffs, you got a shot now, I'm telling you.
But hey, all you can do now is stack wins, whoever your opponent is, and the Cowboys. Man, we were talking about this on Friday when we were making our picks. Cowboys, they had the head scratcher against Arizona. They got blown out by San Francisco, but man, they have blown out. They got to have more blowout wins than anybody this year.
Yeah, and that's the disappointing part. I think it was a lesson learned, because when I read everything after that game, they said, when you in the NFL, if you come not ready to play, then you're going to lose, and that's exactly what happened that day. They've come ready to play ever since then, and except for the 49er game, obviously. The San Francisco game was kind of odd, because San Francisco rolled, and then San Francisco went on a 3-game losing streak after that, but they appear to be back. But, it's just, you just got to keep on trying to win. Kansas City and Philadelphia tonight should be pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Bailey, Kelsey Bowl, potential Super Bowl preview. I know who you want to win tonight, and I'll be rooting for KC as well, but who do you think wins it? One of the NFC's best or one of the AFC's best?
Well, I would go with Kansas City just because I think they've both been inconsistent a little bit to be as good as they are, but I think I would go with Kansas City.
Yeah, I kind of did a double take. Wait, the Eagles have only lost one game this year, right? And we kind of look at them and say they haven't played their best. So that kind of tells you how good they are, I guess, that they have that record and haven't played their best.
That's right. Very good.
Cass said Jerry Jones finally letting Jimmy Johnson into the Cowboys Ring of Honor. Is that true, Bailey?
Yeah, I had a big announcement yesterday. It's funny, we got back and Melissa and I did. I turned the TV on and I just got to the start of, and I saw Jerry Jones and Jimmy Johnson together and they were talking. I thought, what is this about? And then I thought maybe he's going to invite him to the Ring of Honor, and that's exactly what he did. He talked to him for a little bit, and then he made the official invitation. I think it's end of December. I think it's the Lions game for Dallas. The last game of the year, he's going to go into the ring. That'll be a good day.
Yeah, overdue, but good to see that hatchet, I guess, buried. And kind of interesting, too, because I did see speculation that was going to happen. I saw and so did that happen in Charlotte yesterday?
Yes, it did. They were both in Charlotte, and that's where I don't know why, but that's where it happened. Yeah.
Well, and that really stinks for Panthers fans because I'd heard and was told by people that went that it was overrun by Cowboys fans, and you've got that announcement. It's almost like Dallas East or something yesterday. The Panthers were an afterthought in the whole thing.
Basically, it's what it looked like, and a lot of people had told me it was going to be a Cowboys home game, and it kind of appeared that way on TV.
Brian Bailey joining us, Pirate Radio Live Line. Well, Bailey, some big news coming out for ECU football. Writing on the wall, certainly, and we knew, or at least thought, that Donnie Kirkpatrick would not be back after this season, and that became official with the announcement on Sunday from Mike Houston and the release. And just your thoughts on going a different direction on offense.
Well, I mean, you hate it for Coach K. Coach Kirkpatrick's been good to a lot of us, and and he's had some good offenses through the years. I mean, he's done a great job as an assistant coach for East Carolina under several coaches, and he had a great offense last year. So he wasn't the only problem. He may have been, that may have been one part of it, but that offense is broken right now, and it's going to take, I think, several moves to fix it. And I think this is just the first one. Those moves will come after the season. But, what I look back on, and I've never been one of those that jumps on the fire the coach bandwagon. I just don't think that's my role. The only two times I can think of were Scotty Montgomery and John Thompson. I got on that late because the writing was on the wall for both of those guys. But I just think if you look at Coach Houston and you look at what he did on defense, that first year they were not very good defensively. And Bob Trott was his defensive coordinator. And I had one Pirate assistant coach tell me that there's no way Coach Houston would make a change because Bob Trott was his guy. He was not going to make a change. And I said, well, I think he may have to. He's got to get that defense right. And then he made the change. And Blake Harrell has been just, lights out, I think. I think everybody agrees that he's the MVP, certainly this year, of that coaching staff. And that Pirate defense deserves a lot of credit because it's got to be hard to do as many good things as you do on defense and really limit teams to yards and points and just not come away with a win. I mean, you don't get, you play Tulane a 13-10 game, you don't get points for holding them to 13. You lost. And I think that's got to be difficult. So I think that I think Coach knows and he fixed the defense, and I think now he looks at it and got to fix the offense. So I think he will.
Bailey, did you raise your eyebrows at all during the post game on Saturday when Mike Houston was asked about why not go with a different quarterback, and Mike Houston said, well, that's what Donnie decided to do. I mean, I swear earlier this year we asked Donnie about who to put in at quarterback, and he said, well, that's a Mike Houston question. It certainly caught me off guard. Do you have any second thoughts about that one?
Yeah, I think it caught me a little bit off guard. I was kind of a little bit surprised, but the thing about we in the media and the fans, we're not at practice, and we don't know what goes on at practice. And so, to me, and listening to everything that was said, it sounds like that nobody else had a really good week of practice at quarterback, and that Flynn was the best option. And I know Mason, I think Mason Garcia is a great kid. I wish he would come in and just, be lights out and be the second coming of Holt Nailers, but it didn't happen this year. We don't know what the future holds, whether he's going to transfer or whether he's going to change positions or whether he's going to stay on and battle for the quarterback slot. But it just, from all indications, that's what they base everything on, is how things went at practice the week before, how they play at every position just about.
Yeah, I got that part of it. I'm talking about the part where he's basically saying it's Donnie's decision on who's playing quarterback at all times.
Yeah, I was a little confused at that, but like I said, I think it sounded like maybe there was a discussion about, hey, should we do anything? Yeah. And maybe Donnie just said, hey, at practice this week,
Right. Well, I mean, look, we've seen it, man. There's not a good option right now at quarterback, unfortunately.
And I don't know what the truth is. I wasn't at practice either.
Yeah.
Just trying to put all the things together and try to figure out what's going on. I mean, it's a bad. I mean, the offense is broken, and that's basically what it comes down to. And there's a number of components that have to be fixed, have to be worked on, and one of them was making the change at offensive coordinator. Although, like I said, Donnie's had some great years as offensive. He's a great guy. I mean, Donnie's a pirate. He got a chance. In this industry, you rarely get a chance to raise your children in the same spot because you're bouncing around. But he was a pirate for a long time.
Yeah.
Finally left after Ruff got fired, and then went with Coach Houston up to Madison, and then came back down with Coach Houston. So I know that was difficult for Mike because these guys are like families. I mean, these guys spend a ton of time together, and all that stuff is hard. But Coach indicated a couple of weeks ago there's some tough decisions that have to be made, and I think this one was made. This just is based on what happened in the 10-0 loss to Navy.
Yeah, and I mean, for us, man, he is a golden soundbite, awesome to talk to. We kind of joked, and I don't even know how much of a joke it is, Bailey, but after every tough Pirate loss, he'd be the guy that came on the Brian Bailey show and took the questions because he could handle it, and he's a stand-up guy for that.
Yeah, and that's how he always got. I think it was with Skip. He was with Skip, and the Pirates were big favorites. I think it was at Tulane, and East Carolina lost that game, and he always tells me about things. Yeah, I knew we lost that game. You'd be calling.
Also, a big he and his wife, Commanders fans. That makes them great salt of the earth people as well.
But exactly, it makes them rivals with me, but I still love him.
But yeah, he is he has coached some amazing players at the receiver position over the years. We'll get Bryce Williams' thoughts on it, who was coached by Donnie Kirkpatrick when he joins us coming up Tuesday on Pirate Radio Live. One more game to play. It'll be East Carolina taking on Tulsa this weekend, and I feel like I've seen multiple lines. I believe East Carolina's a favorite in the game. I can check real quick, but you got two teams trying to somehow end the year with some positivity, Bailey.
Yeah, and that's it's difficult during a holiday week to go on the road, so I think the advantage there goes to East Carolina, and I think that you're trying to just get one and get a little positivity going into the off season. But I know one thing, they'll get right to work. As soon as that game's over, they're working on 2024 for sure.
East Carolina, a 3-point favorite. The total is 44.5. My God, he's going to put up all these points.
Yeah. That was the crazy part about the Navy game, because we kept laughing about it. It was 32 or 31 and 30.5, and we're like, man, 17-14, but it went way under, didn't it?
That it did, and credit to Blake Harrell's defense for their part and what they did on Saturday. And man, he's been a good soldier all year, Bailey. He and the defensive players as well have got to be ready to just rip their hair out. They got to be ripped. I don't remember it. There were times when ECU could score a lot and couldn't stop anybody. Skip's teams would struggle offensively, but usually find enough to get into the 20s and win a game. There hadn't been a year like this where one side has been so awesome and the other side has been just so pitiful on Saturdays.
Yeah, and it was, and watching it, it almost seemed like Groundhog Day. Every first down, second down, third down, incomplete, time to punt, and and really it should have been a 7-0 game because Pirates had a bad play on a punt.
Yeah.
usually they don't make. Lou Larson, dropped the ball on that punt. If he doesn't do that, most likely it's 7-0. So.
Brian Bailey joining us here on Pirate Radio Live. Bailey, Brandon Johnson can't get back soon enough for ECU basketball. They have lost a couple in a row. RJ, Ezra doing all they can. But Mike Schwartz right now has got to be disappointed in the defense. A lot of layups and dunks yesterday for Northeastern, and kind of saw the same with USC Upstate. He's got to be going after these guys right now.
Yeah, and I don't know what's causing that because, I just thought 5 of us could get together and play a zone and play better defense than what we saw against USC Upstate. They really struggled, and USC Upstate's not that good a basketball team. I didn't see much of the Northeastern game. I did watch it a little bit online, but it's just a matter of evidently they're not getting exactly what Coach Schwartz wants. I think in a month or so, or maybe a couple of weeks, you'll see a much better defensive ball club once they start comprehending everything and getting all their parts back. But right now it's a struggle on D, and that's Coach Schwartz. That's his specialty. So I know he is upset with that crowd.
Pirates back at it 6 o'clock against Georgia Southern. They will take on Kennesaw State on Tuesday, and I don't know, no sign of Brandon Johnson returning. He has been on the bench and been cheering on his teammates, but I really need to get him back in the lineup. Bailey, one more thing before we let you go, and I'm going to dive into the comment section on Facebook in our next segment. I think we'll do that. We've threw up the next offensive coordinator, East Carolina should be fill in the blank. And this happens every time there's a coach opening in any sport at ECU. We always look to the past and look at one of our past guys, and Steve Logan's name continues to pop up. And Bailey, you can either shoot it down or say, hey, I think there's a chance. But what about Steve Logan's name coming up with the offensive coordinator opening at East Carolina? Is there any chance that you could see that happening?
Well, I don't know. I haven't talked to Coach Logan in a long time. I don't know if he has any interest at all in getting back into it. I know that at one point the word was that he was enjoying life without having to recruit. So that would tell you that he's probably not interested.
Yeah.
But if I was telling somebody earlier today, if I'm looking for an offensive coordinator, I'm calling the Rileys to see if Lincoln and Garrett have a little brother we don't know about, and see if they can bring him over because get one of the youngest Riley, if there is one, because Lincoln got his start here, Garrett was here, so maybe get another one. But it's one of those deals that it's up for grabs, and you got to think. The one thing I've always said too about people saying fire this guy, fire that guy. Well, if you fire that guy, you got to have a plan, and so obviously Mike's got a plan, and we'll see how that plan, how it blossoms to fruition.
BB, thanks for joining us. Ryan Robinson was on the Brian Bailey Show earlier and answered some NIL questions and things like that earlier in the show. Also, some high school football talk. Brent Wooten and Coach Craddock as well. So you can check that out at 6 o'clock. BB, have a happy Thanksgiving. Other than the football game in the afternoon, late afternoon, what's your go-to side dish on Thanksgiving, Bailey? What do you got to have?
Side dish?
Yeah.
Not dessert? Is that not dessert, or does that include dessert?
Let's go side dish first.
Side dish? Probably little mashed potatoes and the sweet potato deal. Whatever that thing Melissa makes is pretty good.
All right, the Melissa special. What dessert do you go for first?
First, probably the pumpkin pie, and then we just figure out whatever's left, and then the best meal on Thanksgiving Day is at halftime of the Cowboy game. That's always the best because then you got all the leftovers and do all that. So that's pretty. Hey, I got a trivia question for you for Wednesday night. You probably already know this, but you know the only NFL team that's never played on Thanksgiving?
I feel like I ask this every year.
Yeah. Let's see if you know it.
The Jaguars.
That's it. Jacksonville Jaguars.
All right. That's why I host trivia, folks. I'm not a fraud.
Okay.
Thank you, BB.
How many times have the Panthers played on Thanksgiving?
The Panthers whooped the Cowboys' rear end one time. I do know that.
Luke Kuechly with the Cowboys' rear end one time.
Have they played it? There you go. Have they played other than that, Bailey?
I don't think so. I think that was it.
Yeah, and I'm sure the Texans hadn't had many, maybe one. But there you go. All right, BB, thank you, man.
All right, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too, sir. There is the legendary Brian Bailey, Hall of Famer Brian Bailey. When is he going in the Cowboys Ring of Honor? Because he's not dumb like some Cowboys fans.
Of course not.
As the soundbite says. Shirley, what is the stat, by the way?
Oh, one moment,
Bailey
please.
just dropped a big-time
The
stat.
stats, of course, is a statistic you can look at.
There you go.
How about them Cowboys?
Let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, Pirate Radio put up on our social media ECU's next offensive coordinator should be fill in the blank, and I'll read some of the responses to that. We'll dive into that. We'll listen to some Sir Mix-a-Lot and have more for you on Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Also check in with the chat gang as well. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and we'll have more for you. Cass says Dolly Parton at halftime this year. Whoa. Make sure Billy Weaver's away from
Put
the
him
TV.
on ice. Put him on ice. He's going to go in full meltdown mode.
Oh, my goodness. More to go when we return after this.
Tired of magazines, saying Blackfoot's are the thing. Check the album is Black Man and ask him back. She got a back much back. Where's my pillows?
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Dixon Williams, #1 for your East Carolina baseball team, and my brand new Welcome to the Jungle t-shirt is now available exclusively at pr927fm.com. This Comfort Colors t-shirt is only $20 and will be a home run gift for all your friends and family. This shirt is available for pre-order now until November 30th, so get shopping today at pr927fm.com and you will have them just in time for the holidays. I look forward to seeing all of Pirate Nation in the jungle soon. Go Pirates!
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. Open 7 days a week with live music. Every Monday, open mic night. Tuesday, karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, acoustic night. Thursday night, line dancing and music from DJ Dog. On Friday and Saturday night, enjoy the best local bands in the area. And don't forget, Sunday Fun Day during football season with NFL jersey giveaways and more. Check out Facebook and Instagram for all up-to-date info. Y'all come get bucked up. Go Pirates!
This holiday season, let the magic begin with Hilton Greenville. Turn your events into unforgettable celebrations with a holiday event package. With classic decorations and a tasty custom menu, your guests are sure to feel the holiday cheer. From setup to cleanup, decor, and more, the Hilton has it covered for you. Make this holiday season stress-free and let the Hilton Greenville do the work for you. Visit the Hilton Greenville's website or call 353-3058 to book your unforgettable experience. Happy holidays from Hilton Greenville.
Do you want to go to the next ECU home game for free? Well, stop by Greenville Auto World and register to win tickets to see the Pirates play. Greenville Auto World has supported the Pirates for 47 years and will be drawing for free ticket winners weekly. Need an oil change or new tires? Remember Greenville Auto World for all of your vehicle service needs. And if you're shopping for something new, visit DriveHereNow.com for the best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs. Greenville Auto World. Pirates supporting Pirates.
Gobble up savings at your CBD store with their daily in-store specials. If you struggle with sleep, anxiety, or pain, your CBD store has what you need. Did you know their Delta gummies are the #1 in the world? They also have Delta seltzers, THCA flower, and pre-rolls, as well as gifts, jewelry, and accessories. They even have pet products for your furry friends. So stop by your CBD store today, open Monday through Saturday from 11 to 7, and located at 420 East Arlington Boulevard. Go Pirates!
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's hot dogs.
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for only $6.25 would be awesome.
Warren's hot dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's hot dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Hey, I'm Holt Nailers. No one knows better than me how important it is as a quarterback to have protection on the field to be successful. My frontline team is critical to my success. For your frontline insurance protection, you need the team at Buck Insurance Agency. Buck Insurance Agency is your local team and have been helping customers like you for over 30 years with their insurance needs. When you need insurance protection, you'll get the whole team with Brian Buck and his staff. Call toll free at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food, fun, and football. Chico's has been a game day tradition for Pirate football fans since 1983. Whether the game is home or away, make it a Chico's Day for some great specials and the best chips and salsa in town. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio. The voice of the Pirate Nation.
1, 2, 3, yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. Take my horse.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Caliber, Eastern North Carolina's premier outdoor shooting sports store for over 60 years. Visit CarolinaCaliberCompany.com to shop today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back.
I can't believe this song became popular. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC will match all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Kaz said that Dolly Parton would be playing at halftime. I guess Dallas on Thanksgiving. Is that what you're talking about?
Between the Cowboys game.
Now we got a lot of inappropriate comments in the chat. All y'all should
she released a new album. It's called Rockstar, and apparently has a very good rendition of Purple Rain in there.
All y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Chad said we got Jack Harlow for the Detroit halftime. I don't know. I've heard of the name, but don't know what he does.
He's done a few songs.
Is he a white rapper?
Yes.
A white rapper.
Not named Eminem.
Not named Marshall Mathers or Slim Shady.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of white rappers, guess who popped up on an episode of Hell's Kitchen I watched the other night? None other than G-Eazy.
Oh, wow.
Who I had not heard of until he... For some reason, they played him. It wasn't even live. It was like a music video of a halftime of a Monday Night Football doubleheader. And he's up there rapping about fornicating while I'm trying to watch Monday Night Football. And it was terrible. And his name is G-Eazy.
Famously dated Halsey for a while.
H. Halsey?
Yeah, H. Halsey.
Sounds like a disease. All right. Where's my guy Riff Raff?
Where's Pooh Shiesty?
Where's Pooh Shiesty?
Pooh Shiesty's locked up.
We know.
I know.
Although we don't know who that is.
Joke.
But for some reason, we started talking about Pooh Shiesty one day.
And none of us knew why we were talking about Pooh Shiesty.
Probably because of Joe Shiesty. They used to call Burrow that. Joe Shiesty.
Who's that?
Joe Burrow.
Some guy that I've never... Does he play football anymore?
Not anymore.
Exactly.
It's a little injury prone.
He's no Tommy DeVito, I'll tell you that.
Man.
He's no Josh Dobbs.
Pike.
Yeah.
Pike liked the stream. We always appreciate that, Pike. He says he also likes that Donnie Kirkpatrick will not be returning. That should help us recruit defense and offense and retain our current defensive players. All right. I don't know. Jamie says, I think Clip would be a good offensive coordinator. The way he can handle a stack of papers, I know he can handle a laminated play sheet. Thank you, Jamie. Chad said, do you watch the main broadcast or Manning cast for Monday night games? Usually I go Manning.
Really?
But I haven't a lot this year. You know what's bad? Like,
I wouldn't see as a type to like that type of broadcast.
Really? Yeah. I like streams. I watch the Barstool stream on Sundays as my football's on.
Okay. Well, if you're in that mindset where you can multitask, where
a
lot of people I don't feel like they can when it comes to football.
If my team's playing and if I care about the game, which I no longer care about Washington games, but if I did, I would watch the regular broadcast.
Yeah.
I have been so done with sports by Monday after ECU losses And Washington losses that I have not tuned in a lot of Monday Night Football. Maybe I will tonight.
I won't.
I mean, last night I was so depressed, I just turned on a Law and Order marathon and went to sleep.
Yeah. On Sunday, I turned on Hunger Games trying to catch up for the new one that came out.
I've been so disappointed that I can't, get the Dolphins games on TV. I'm stuck with a Steelers-Browns game.
Ugh.
And so here were my options yesterday. Panthers-Cowboys,
gross.
Steelers-Browns.
Gross.
Those were my two options yesterday. I was not happy about it. So I have the Discovery Plus app, and it has a lot of the paranormal television shows that I like so much. And I spent the afternoon watching that.
The bad part is
rather watch that.
Steelers-Browns was the best 1 o'clock matchup.
Yeah.
It was an ugly matchup day.
Yeah, it was just, and I don't like those two. If they were doing well, like if the Panthers were doing well, I would watch the Panthers-Cowboys game. But, and Steelers-Browns has never been a good game for me to watch anyway. So I'd rather watch the Dolphins eke one out with the Raiders. I mean, it wasn't exactly the prettiest of all games, but I would have rather watched that than stinking Steelers-Browns.
King of Hearts says, Clip, start watching Premier League. It helps me, calms me down. I tried that, and I picked a team, Swansea, and then a few years later they got booted. And I don't want to pick another team. That would be lame. So I just got to wait
You have to, though, because honestly, I don't think we'll see Swansea back.
Well, I just won't watch anymore. It's not killing me or anything.
So you've got the Premier League.
But I really got into it because Swansea finished like top 8.
Yeah.
The first or second year I started following, and I was like, this is awesome. And then it fell off. And I started to know about all the teams and players. And then I realized that the Premier League is worse than American sports and now worse than the college transfer portal when it comes to players leaving, because teams will just literally buy every good player from a lesser team. Well,
that's the beauty of the sport, though. It's kind of like
it's not the beauty of
I'm
the
not
sport.
saying it's bad, but I'm definitely not calling it beauty. It's not. There's nothing beautiful about it.
Well, I mean, if a kid grows up, plays in Swansea, knows he's not going to have any international success, yeah, he's going to want to go to a bigger team.
That's fine. I get that from an individual standpoint.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not saying I disagree with it. I'm just saying it's way...
There's a lot less heavy. Loyalty. Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot less loyalty.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and if you're at the top, you're stuck at the top. There's very hard for you to digress from where you're at.
And I think that's kind of the slight drawback on that is when it's so top heavy like it is, then you've got the same teams playing over and over again for the championship, and there's no underdog really. I mean, aside from Swansea, the last few years, there's really not been another underdog team that just came out of nowhere.
Well,
Leicester.
Yeah, well, Leicester, but the parity is so wide.
Oh yeah.
That it's not fun for a lot of
parity,
folks.
I think,
or the lack of parity. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you've got your Manchesters, you've got your Liverpools, Newcastle's on the rise, right?
That's what I was about to say. Now you just got to wait for Swansea to get.
But they got
a Saudi Arabian prince.
$1 trillion, yeah.
That's exactly why.
And here we are, folks, talking Premier League. Kaz says, Clip, can you break down the Commanders game? Kaz, can you go to the kitchen? Grab you a shot glass. In fact, grab 3 or 4. Let's have a party. Take some Clorox, pour that into the shot glasses, and just take shots. Every time I say Commanders, take a shot of Clorox. Commanders.
She did.
Kaz, I did not watch that game. I was in Minji's Coliseum, which I had a great daddy-daughter date with Lily.
That's awesome.
We had.
She actually went?
She did.
Okay, because I know you were concerned that maybe she'd change her mind at the last minute.
I bribed her and told her we'd go to a restaurant. We went there. I had a salad bar. I tell you, I had a lot going on. I had a nice chat with my daughter going. I had put my phone on the red zone, had that in the corner.
Nice.
A salad bar, which is one of my top 10 things in life, and we went to an ECU basketball game. Everything was great. And we did it, and she had fun at the game, so I was glad about that. But Game did not go well. Neither one of the games went well. Let's see. Chad said option 3, go to the sports bar, listen to the game. I listen to Titans games through a local station. All right. I don't know why I read that. That was not interesting. Jamie says, don't you have to preface that or end it? Don't try this at home. Oh, that was only for Cass. Eric says, 911 emergency. Yes, hello. Clip Rock told me to take consecutive shots of Clorox. I'm starting to feel a warm sensation. What should I do? Just so I don't get sued or fired or whatever.
Go ahead and give
that was clearly a joke. And I think Kaz gets it because he's a regular in the chat. And we all understand that was a very poor attempt at humor. And I don't know if I'll ever be on this microphone again.
Kaz, please say something in the comments so we know that you didn't try this.
And that's a long drive by Castellanos to left field. Oh, I wanted to go in the comments section. Let's take a break and we'll do that. Tennessee is the only 10 I see right now because they are up 11 on Cuse, 67-56 with 1:29 left to go in the Maui quarterfinals. We'll take a break. It is feast week. Hopefully the Pirates can feast on some Eagles, Georgia Southern Eagles this afternoon, and then some Owls on Tuesday when they take on Kennesaw State. There is a game in Minges going right now. Maybe I should flip it over to that. Kennesaw State and Northeastern. And we got a barn burner going on at the Coliseum. Northeastern up 57-55 with 11:45 left to go in the game. On the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Dub Buck.
Dub Buck.
We'll take a break, come back, have more for you. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after this.
Cowboy hat from blues, Wangler roll my hood. Ain't nobody tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me.
'Tis the season, Pirates. It's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. Holiday cheer is here along with our biggest sale of the year. The unbeatable Black Friday markdowns are ones you don't want to miss. With the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC, you'll find exceptional deals on tons of brands including Springfield, Benelli, Smith & Wesson, Browning, Sig Sauer, Bergara, Henry, Beretta, Ruger, Glock, Federal, Hornady, Winchester, and the list goes on. Come find the perfect gift at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Right now, new and current customers can get any phone for free at US Cellular, so you can connect with all your family members this holiday season. You could even call your aunt who always makes you talk to your cousin, who's a dog. Or, maybe just send her a festive text. Get the gift of connection at US Cellular. Get any phone free today. US Cellular, built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
I'm Caleb Stroud, the founder of Stroud's Marine. I grew up on the water and I've loved boating my entire life. In 2012, I decided to give back to the marine community by creating a way for boaters to order pre-owned salvage marine parts online. Stroud's Marine was born to offer incredible prices and unparalleled customer service. We stand behind every part we sell, and our mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Visit StroudsMarine.com today for more information. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvage outboard parts.
Shimmer Boutique has something for everyone in the family this holiday season. Locally owned and operated, Shimmer Boutique offers a wide variety of apparel for men's, women's, and youth, along with a huge selection of accessories and jewelry with the newest brand, Kendra Scott. Shimmer is your one-stop shop for the whole family this holiday season, offering customizable embroidery and free gift wrapping. 'Tis the season to be jolly for easy holiday shopping at Shimmer Boutique. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for new items arriving daily, or place an order at shimmerboutiqueonline.com.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
Here today with Tracy Ayers from ENC Pirate Realty, and you guys are more than real estate agents.
Right. We also do homeowners association management, and this is for communities that have a need for professional management. We provide services that include accounting, dues collection, inspections, and maintenance of your community. Protecting your property value is important, and having professional HOA management will protect your investment now and in the future. If you have real estate or HOA management questions, contact us at encpiraterealty.com. Go Pirates!
This is Jacob Jenkins Cowart, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Caliber, Eastern North Carolina's premier outdoor shooting sports store for over 60 years. Visit CarolinaCaliberCompany.com to shop today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott has the answers. Call Scott Harris today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All righty, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Glad to see Josh Pastner got a job he's qualified to do. Be on a panel analyzing college basketball. I forgot he was out of coaching.
I completely forgot he was too.
Still looks good. He's still on the I look the same as everybody club with Alan Thomas, Papa John, Reese Davis, Peter Brady. They all look like they could be twin brothers. Josh Pastner is in that group. Eric says Clip out here trying to get canceled so he doesn't have to be present for the last fifth quarter.
Fair enough.
Eric, you caught on to my scheme, and it's just not working. I can't get fired. I'm trying as hard as I can.
You gotta try hard enough.
What else can I say? Jamie says, let's hear some Tabaz Chalia. Nice callback there, Jamie.
Oh, yeah. Tabaz Chalia.
Who do you think the first Wait a minute. Oh, okay, but that wasn't TLC, but I guess you were just saying, let's hear some. That was Salt and Pepper.
That was Salt and Pepper.
Who was the first person to say, throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care?
I don't know, but man, did that take off.
That person really started a phrase that just continues to be popular.
To this day. To this day. Actually, I have a did you know?
Okay.
Did you know that Salt and Pepper...
Mary, did you know?
Martin Lawrence. And the rap group Kid and Play all once worked in the same Sears call center back in the day.
That had to be a wild call center.
And the guy that actually wound up being Salt and Pepper's manager was also a employee of this call center. Actually,
Mr. Oregano. I mean, that's bad. That's bad, but I don't care if it's bad. I'm still going to do it. I don't care. I don't care.
Dude. And he was looking to create another rap group, and he auditioned one Martin Lawrence to be a rapper, but Martin was a terrible rapper. So he decided to go a different route, ended up creating Kid and Play from the same two guys that worked at the Sears call center. And then later on, and they all made a pact that if one of them made it, they would help the others. And so that's how they all became as successful as they did late in the 80s and early 90s.
I was not aware of that.
Yes.
Robert has a bone to pick. And
with who?
The NFL and the New York Jets.
Yes, I just saw that.
He sent me a message about this. He also just posted something on Facebook.
Yep, he sent me a message, same thing.
So, Robert, we're going to talk about it. He said on Facebook a moment ago, let's have a contest. Name the freaking starting quarterback for the Jets this week. You know who it is going to be, Joey? Because Zach Wilson got benched. Yeah. Tim Boyle. What a boring name. Also, a boil. What is a boil? It's not a good thing to have, right?
No.
Yeah. Just makes me think of a gross skin disorder or whatever you got. So
it used to be part of an insult too.
Tim Boyle. Let's look at those career numbers. He is a 60% passer. He has 3 career touchdowns, 9 career interceptions.
Where did he attend college?
I know this because of Robert giving it to me, but I don't remember. Did we play against him? He went to UConn.
The name doesn't ring a bell.
He played in 19 college games. I think Robert's point is, well, literally his point is, please tell me why in the hell Holton couldn't get a gig, but this trash can. This trash can or this trash can? Yeah, I don't know, Tim. Look, you would think this would be the perfect storm for Holton Ahlers to get a job in the NFL with all these quarterback injuries, with all these guys going down. I mean, I was leading the charge on the laugh at Tommy DeVito bandwagon, and he just torched my team yesterday.
You didn't like Tommy DeVito? You wanted people to laugh at him?
Yeah.
Why?
Because they wouldn't let him throw the football, and he stunk.
Yeah. Now he's got more multiple touchdown throwing games than Kenny Pickett.
That's
I
pretty.
told you guys, Kenny Pickett. I just can't stand that guy.
Marcus Crandall also said that before the year. When I said, Marcus, this Steelers offense is about to take off, he said, I don't think so.
I just don't. I honestly, the biggest highlight I've seen of Pickett's career is that fake knee.
Yeah. Which was kind of a Bush League play.
Yeah.
I guess you got to get what you can get, but they outlawed it, right?
Well, it became a new rule, so now it's like the Pickett rule, essentially.
Okay. Well, here's one reason Holton's not the guy for the Jets, according to Atticus. He said Boyle and Aaron Rodgers are friends. So basically, they brought him in because he's pals with Rodgers. I actually saw an article, or either, I think it was an article, a tweet about this. I didn't click on the link because I live in 2023 and I don't read anymore. I just look at headlines and that's it. That's what we've come to. But it was, not only are the Jets bad, but now they've got, somebody basically said, look, I'm fine with bringing in Rodgers, but I don't want to have storage space for all his luggage. That being Lazard, Cobb, Hackett, everything that comes with Rodgers.
Yeah.
And now you're stuck with that without Aaron Rodgers, which is even worse.
I did see a report he was slated to come back on December 2nd for practice.
Coming back when?
December 2nd.
Yeah, but who cares?
The Jets.
Why?
Can't they push for a wild card still? They're only 4-6.
No. They're about to be 4-7 and then 4-8. Let's look at their schedule real quick. They're about to start Tim Boyle at quarterback.
Hey. Timmy Turner.
All right, the Jets, Friday at 3 o'clock. Why is there an NFL game Friday at 3 o'clock? Why not? 3 o'clock on Friday. Dolphins at Jets. Loss.
They're going to lose there.
Loss.
Falcons at Jets. I'm going to say this because Jason Nichols is right behind me. They're going to beat the Falcons.
Probably. That would not shock me. Texans at Jets.
CJ Stroud is a dog, but that's December 10th. Aaron Rodgers will be back.
All right. Aaron Rodgers at the Dolphins. Loss.
Aaron Rodgers at the Dolphins wins. Commanders, easy peasy. Christmas Eve. Jets, Browns, they'll probably start DTR or PJ Walker.
Why are you doing this?
I would love to see the Jets in the playoffs.
Why?
It just would be funny to see a man tear his Achilles, came back, put his team back together, and was able to still make a push to the playoffs. I gotta root for some type of story. As a Panther fan, we got no hope.
You already got your. You've already hit one out of the park this year with your Bengals hate. You should just stick with that the rest of the year.
Just ride on that one.
That's already a win for you. I guess you're saying.
That's a win. Yeah, you
Okay.
move on to the next one.
Move on to the next. Fair enough. The Jansen said, I make a notion for Clip to never sing Mary Did You Know on the show again. The absolute worst Christmas song. Wow. Jansen with a hot take here today. What is the worst Christmas song? We talk about our favorite Christmas songs. What is the worst Christmas song? I'll have to think about that.
Bing Crosby and David.
It's cold outside?
No, it's the David Bowie. Is it Bing Crosby version of Little Drummer Boy?
Okay.
It makes my ears bleed. Sorry.
Chad disagrees with that Jansen take. Hey, Bob. Good to see you. I can't acknowledge you anymore. I have to stay focused. Tyler says, what's the schedule this week for Pirate Radio Live? Tuesday we'll be here. Mike Mullis will be in a Mark Davis wig. That's exciting. Wednesday we'll have a best of. Thursday we'll be off for Thanksgiving. Friday we will be off as well. So we will be here with you Monday and Tuesday. And then I'm sorry, but I ain't going to be here. I need to fire up a Patreon or something where if y'all need me, y'all can pay me and I'll like do a personal show for you. On Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
All right.
If Jamie wants me to do a Colts preview,
I told you need to open up a Cameo, and people would actually pay for a cameo from Clip Brock.
I don't think that's true.
It is true.
But Jamie, what I'll do is you hit me up on Cash App or Venmo, and I will do a Colts pregame show for you. One of the days we're off.
Rolling Stone says that the worst Christmas song of all time is Jessica Simpson featuring Ashley Simpson, the Little Drummer Boy.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Shout out to the Simpsons.
I don't think I've ever heard that song. I'll have to go back and I'll pull it up on the break and see what it sounds like.
Uh-oh, Joey. We got a Steelers fan chiming in about Kenny Pickett. Sonia says, I'm a Steelers fan, and I don't like Kenny Pickett. So there you go. Not even Steelers fans are on board. Yeah, I thought he was going to be pretty good. Jamie said, has the wig been cut? Tyler and Jamie asking how much? I don't know. Whatever y'all feels fair.
Should we contact Name Redacted's wife and maybe see if Name Redacted's wife can cut it the way it needs to be cut?
That would be pretty hilarious if we got a professional cut on a wig.
Yes.
For Mully Man.
I think that would be even more hilarious and very much worth the money.
We're at a time crunch right now, though, because it's got to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I do like the thought.
I didn't think about it until just now.
Jamie said, I'd pay for your cameo at least once a month just to get you to say crazy
Exactly.
stuff.
You got to think about, you got at least 7 to 8 people that are going to probably buy a cameo from you once or twice every 2 months. Make your cameos $5, $10. At the end of the month, at the end of the year, you have $10,000.
Wait, did you do right math there?
I'm pretty sure.
I wasn't really paying attention until I heard those thousands, and I was like, wait, I don't know. I think you might have done something wrong.
Just make a cameo.
All right. How do you do that? That sounds... How about I just like...
You go to Cameo, you create an account, you select your price, and that's it.
Sounds difficult.
Then people pay a price. They request for you to say things, and you just record yourself saying it.
Yeah. Shirley got me an awesome Clinton Portis cameo. What do we got? Jamie said we had some Indiana basketball on the television. We got a good one coming up in Maui. Purdue and Gonzaga on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. Louisville up 9-8 on Indiana. Where is that being played? This is in MSG. All right, good stuff. All right, let's take a break. We are behind on a break. We'll come back. We'll do a quick seg and then get to J-Nick and hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. Jamie said Joey can be your manager. You'll never see a dime, and Joey ends up in the Bahamas.
Yes, sir.
I like that. We'll take a break, come back, have more for you on Pirate Radio Live after this.
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stein. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earn 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jay Connor, your favorite dance guy for the ECU Baseball Pirates, and my brand new Hop to the Hum t-shirt is now available exclusively at pr927fm.com. My t-shirt is only $20 and is available for pre-order now until December 10th. This shirt will have you and all your Pirate friends hyped for the 2024 baseball season. Get shopping and get hopping to the hum. Visit pr927fm.com to purchase yours today and hop to the hum with me in 2024. Go Pirates.
In football, it takes great offense, defense, and special teams to make the perfect team. With New Blue, it takes great service in plumbing, electrical, and HVAC to make the perfect team. This is Aaron Williams with Ease Plumbing, and we have teamed up with Viva Electric and Roland Black Heating and Cooling to form New Blue Service Group. Same great local team, same great local service. Let us help you tackle any issues you may have. Just go to callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, where we are redefining service excellence. Go Pirates.
Once you get your hot stuff freshly grilled right in front of you at Jersey Mike's, I'll tell you, there's no going back to anything else. That'd be like going back to calling your friend on their home phone.
Hello, McDougal residence.
Hi, can Jerry come to Jersey Mike's?
Jerry! May I ask who's calling?
It's Danny.
It's Donnie! Pick up the phone! Yoo-hoo!
You know what? I'll call him when the cell phone gets invented. Nope. There's no going back once you get it freshly grilled. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
The holiday season is here and Russell's wants to be Santa's little helper. The fall arrivals at Russell's are amazing. Whether it's the great collection of men's suits and sport coats, the beautiful dresses and casual attire for women, or the new collection of Barber outerwear for both men and women, we have you covered. Russell's Clothing has served Eastern North Carolina and beyond for over 40 years. That adds up to a lot of Christmas smiles. Our signature gift wrap is beautiful and free. Put us on your list. We'll both be glad you did. Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington.
Pizza, subs, slice, ice.
Jenny, what are you doing?
Just letting the Pirate Nation know that Cucinella's has 2 locations. One in downtown Greenville across from Sup Dogs, and now in Midtown Greenville beside Best Buy. Did you know Cucinella's is open every day with $6 lunch specials, slices all day, beer, wine, and their famous homemade gelato? Cucinella's in downtown Greenville, and now their new location next to Best Buy. Go Pirates!
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Ryan McChrystal from ECU Baseball, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Carolina Caliber, Eastern North Carolina's premier outdoor shooting sports store for over 60 years. Visit CarolinaCaliberCompany.com to shop today. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip Rock.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Do a little quick seg here and take a break. We owe you a break. I will update you on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck. That the ECU women's basketball team fell earlier today to number 15 Ohio State, 79-55. That score in the Bahamas. Pirates will take on the Pirates coming up Wednesday morning, 11 a.m. It'll be Seton Hall and ECU. Men's team in action coming up at 6 o'clock inside of Minges Coliseum, and they will take on Georgia Southern. Right now, we got a good one, and we'll keep an eye on this because the start of the ECU game could be pushed back if this one goes into overtime, perhaps. And right now, it is Kennesaw State 71, Northeastern 70, with 3:39 left to go. So that one going on right now in Minges Coliseum. Purdue and Gonzaga about to tip it off in the Maui Invitational. Louisville has an early 13-12 lead over Indiana. They're playing at Madison Square Garden, and we just saw Tennessee take care of Syracuse 73-56, that score earlier today in Maui. Looking at some other games coming up, St. Joe's will take on Kentucky tonight. UConn and Texas. Good game in MSG. It will be West Virginia and SMU later tonight. Charlotte takes on UCF. Marquette and UCLA late night tonight, and that one will be in the Maui Invitational as well. So that is what is going on on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Da Buck.
Da Buck.
All right, let's see. Chat game, we're trying to get some momentum on the Cameo project. Joey says the wig project ends tomorrow with Mully. This will be the next project. He says, Joey, if you could get Clip registered on Cameo, I'll make sure he gets some requests.
Clip will not leave the studio today until he has a Cameo account.
Wow, I'm stuck in the studio. All right. Oh, boy. Jamie says, ladies and gentlemen, the next offensive coordinator of the ECU Pirates, Jason Nichols. Tyler said Nichols is smarter than that. We do have to talk about that with J. Nick when we return, because the announcement did come out on Sunday that Mike Houston says Donnie Kirkpatrick and the Pirates will be parting ways after the season. Pirates will experience what I think will be an offensive overhaul. Certainly an offensive coordinator. We have learned that for a fact, but also personnel, maybe staff. Definitely need 1 or 2 or 3 quarterbacks in here. It's going to be, I think, a major change on that side of the ball. We'll talk about that with Jason Nichols when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after this.
How you're talking and where you're walking, or you and your homies might be lying in chalk. I really hate the trip, but I gotta low. As they croak, I see myself in the pistol smoke. Fool, I'm the kind of G the little homies wanna be like, on my knees in the night, saying prayers in the street light. Just standing most our lives, living in the next
This holiday season, let the magic begin with Hilton Greenville. Turn your events into unforgettable celebrations with a holiday event package. With classic decorations and a tasty custom menu, your guests are sure to feel the holiday cheer. From setup to cleanup, decor, and more, the Hilton has it covered for you. Make this holiday season stress-free and let the Hilton Greenville do the work for you. Visit the Hilton Greenville's website or call 353-3058 to book your unforgettable experience. Happy holidays from Hilton Greenville. The Sidebar is the place to be this football season in downtown Greenville. Get your team together for dinner on the patio or inside starting at 5:30 Tuesday through Saturday. Or take a break from work and enjoy the tastiest foods around for lunch Thursday through Saturday from 11:30 to 2:30. And on Sundays, enjoy a delicious fall brunch from 11 to 2. Make your reservation today by calling 751-0151. Follow The Sidebar on Facebook or on Instagram at sidebar.greenville for more details. Go Pirates!
And then it was two seagulls!
We're here for the booty.
Party?
Pirate Water is here. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find Pirate Water in a location near you.
We're going plankton!
Pirate Water is here. 21 and older, please drink responsibly. Everyone has their origin story, and for countless riders on the road, track, and trail, that story started on a Honda dirt bike. Honda's lineup of CRFF trail bikes has ignited a passion for riders everywhere, and along the way, they've helped teach responsibility, instill confidence, and form bonds between family and friends. Honda is thrilled to introduce the latest CRFF trail bike lineup available now at Ron Ayers Motorsports. For those riders just starting out, there's the CRF 50F and CRF 110F, both featuring an automatic clutch. For younger teens and smaller adults, there's the CRF 125F and 125F Big Wheel. You get a bump in power, seat height, and performance. And then there's the CRF 250F, a fun trail bike that offers plenty of usable power and the kind of durability Honda is known for. See the full lineup today at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville, and we'll see you on the trails.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hungry for game day, Pirate Nation? Take advantage of the Warren's Hot Dogs tailgate special of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.75 each. And the best part, this special is available every day. Just call ahead and Warren's will have your order ready to go. Hungry for breakfast? Warren's Hot Dogs in Chakawinity opens at 5 a.m. with cheese biscuits, chicken biscuits, sausage dogs, and more. Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chakawinity next to the fire station. Go Pirates!
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple-authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville is the perfect place to get all your amigos together for some Mexican food, fun, and football. Chico's has been a game day tradition for Pirate football fans since 1983. Whether the game is home or away, make it a Chico's Day for some great specials and the best chips and salsa in town. Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
I never meant to cause you any sorrow.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Carolina Caliber has the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and is one of the top firearm dealers anywhere. At Carolina Caliber, they have everything you need for hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth, and they will buy, sell, and trade. Carolina Caliber, locally owned and operated since 1960 on Fire Tower Road in Winterville and online at carolinacalibercompany.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live, hour number 3 here on a Monday. We will be with you tomorrow as well, and then have a best of coming up Wednesday. Enjoy your Thanksgiving on Thursday. We'll be off Friday as well. We will have live coverage of Tim Boyle and the Jets taking on Shirley's Dolphins coming up Friday right here. And we've got a triple header of NFL action for you on your Thanksgiving Thursday. We welcome in former Pirate receiver and coach Jason Nichols, who has been with us all year on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter Call-In Show and Bud Light Pregame Tailgate. We got one more to go this Saturday. We'll be with you 10 a.m. on the Bud Light Pregame Tailgate, East Carolina and Tulsa. Pirates are actually a favorite in that game, a 3-point favorite against the Golden Hurricane. Jason, welcome back in. How you doing, man?
Good. Clip, how you doing, buddy?
We are doing good, and we broke down the loss to Navy on Saturday, but we've got some news since then, and some big news at that Donnie Kirkpatrick will not be returning as offensive coordinator in 2024 for the Pirates. And we kind of expected this. We didn't know when. It was more of a matter of when rather than if at this point. But Jason, just kind of your thoughts on that announcement on Sunday.
Well, it's something that you probably, like you said, you guessed that something was going to happen. He was going to have to make some moves, make some changes to the staff. But in this profession, it's all about production. And when you go back and you look at us throughout the last 11 games offensively, we have not been very productive. So you hate to see anybody lose their job, especially a good guy like Donnie. I've seen a lot of things on Twitter, and they're correct. Donnie's such a great guy.
Yeah.
But this profession is what it is. I mean, it's all about production, and this year we just weren't productive enough, and so Coach Houston had to, make that change.
Yeah, and you're right about everything you said. I've seen a lot of that too. That as a media guy, Donnie is an ace because he gives you gold every time you talk to him. He's great to talk to. But this offense, just you can look at the stats. The numbers don't lie of what this offense is this year. So again, on the Donnie note and the Houston note. Hit that clip again, Shirley, about the quarterbacks on Saturday. Just want to get Jason's thoughts on this one as well. Our buddy Name Redacted talking to Mike Houston from Saturday.
Did you guys at any point look at going to another quarterback? And if not, why not during this particular game?
Probably need to talk to Donnie about that. He felt like Alex gave us the best opportunity, and that's why he chose to stay with him.
Is that something you could, I don't know, did you think about overruling that at any point, or going with Mason or Jeter just for something different?
Based on the way the game was going and, what they were taking away from us, we had to throw the football in order to have a chance to win. And based on practice this week, Alex gave us the best opportunity to do those things.
So Mike Houston there kind of saying Donnie Kirkpatrick has control of who plays, whereas earlier in the year it was we asked Donnie about it, and he said that's a question from Mike Houston. So I don't know if that was deflection or if that has been the case the entire time. I just kind of found that exchange interesting from Saturday, Jason.
Yeah, that was the one time where I was like, just to myself, I was like, But at the end of the day, I mean, he has, the head coach has the final say so, but he's going to listen to his assistants. He hires them for a reason, and he has to believe and trust what they're telling him. And if DK is telling him that this guy gives us the best chance to win, then that's what we got to do. And that's why as an assistant, you got to do a great job too of evaluating your guys. And so, when you have to step up there and stick your neck out for a kid, man, you got to make sure that kid is going to come up and give you the things that you know he can do to help this team win. And we've all been in different situations as assistants where you have to step up and say, this kid can play, this kid can help us win, and you just want to be more right than wrong in those situations.
Yeah, I've seen a lot about, too, the situation we're in. This is not something that crept up week 4 or week 8 or week 11. It's been the offense, the quarterback situation's been this way the entire year. You're in a position now where you can fix things pretty quickly. And this offseason, from what I understand, they tried to reach out and bring in some quarterbacks, were unable to do so. But even going back before then, they knew Holton Ahlers' time was coming to an end, and they had brought in Mason Garcia. They had brought in other quarterbacks with Ryan Stubblefield and Walter Simmons and those guys. They transferred on, moved on to other programs. But just the inability to have a productive quarterback on this roster, and some people said, hey, we cry about the lack of loyalty today. Mike Houston and company were loyal to Mason and thought he would be the guy, and for whatever reason it just did not translate on the field. But Jason, this is a problem that was not addressed, and by the time it needed to be addressed, it's too late, and you're out of options basically.
Yeah, I mean, it was a situation, as I sat here this year and had a chance to truly watch the Pirates in all 11 games, and just early on, you thought, well, let's see what Mace has. He's been the guy that's been waiting in the wings, technically behind Holton Ahlers, and then he gets in and he doesn't. Michigan is a tough game to truly judge him on. And so then they come in Flynn with the second half, and he does some good things. I mean, he did in the Michigan game. He looked more pocket aware than maybe Mace was at the time, and so I saw why they probably gave him the nod going forward. But I think at a certain point in time, you had to at least give Mason another chance versus like opponents, and that's what they did again. They gave Mason another opportunity to play, and I mean, he had a big run. I forget which game it was. He had a big 40-yard run, and that's what you thought you would see more out of with Mace, is being able to elude and make it tough on people to tackle him when he escapes the pocket. But it's more to that. You got to be able to throw. You got to be able to mentally handle the gymnastics that comes with being a quarterback, from knowing the play, knowing the snap count, looking at the defense, reading the defense, where's my movement key, all those things you got to do. You jump through a lot of hoops before they snap that ball as a quarterback. So I get it. And we just got to the point where we just realized, I said, man, these guys were not telling us a lie in the beginning of fall camp. I remember I came out and I said that. I said, just remember now, they never named a quarterback. And it was probably because of those tangibles that each guy had this, but this one has that, and weren't able to really, truly just feel comfortable, and it was just a toss-up.
Yeah, I mean, Alex Flynn seems like the kind of guy that, and man, he's done all he can, but I don't think he was ever really brought in to be the starter at East Carolina, right? I mean, he's a depth guy, a backup quarterback, and he has been the guy that has played most of this 2023 season for East Carolina. Brian on YouTube says, we don't have a winning quarterback on the roster. If we don't go to the transfer portal next year, we'll be in the same boat. No doubt about that. And the plan has got to be to bring in at least 2, if not 3. And, they're going to bring in, they're looking at, did they get a commitment from the JUCO quarterback, or
I have not seen
an offer?
A commitment yet. I don't even know if he's taken a visit yet, to be honest with you.
And they do have, I believe, a quarterback committed. But as far, they need, veterans. They need somebody that can go and play from day one. And now, how many times, Jason, have we seen in this world where a coach will go somewhere and bring their quarterback? Like, we need a situation where we go get an offensive coordinator, maybe at an FCS school. He brings his veteran, talented quarterback with him, and we're ready to go from day one. I think if I'm Mike Houston, that's what I'm looking at right now, filling in that offensive coordinator role.
Well, it's either that, maybe go get a coordinator from the FCS that is having success, that has a good quarterback that's willing to transfer, or whoever you hire as your coordinator, you put a pause on whoever else you're kind of recruiting and let him come in and be able to evaluate the guys that you guys are recruiting, just so he can say, yeah, this guy fits better or to what, I want to do or whatever, I think at the end of the day, you do have to go out and try to find a guy that is proven. And that's why I talked a lot about, the junior college ranks and stuff like that, because I think you're able to see more. In the portal, sometimes you're guessing and you're going back to high school film, maybe some practice clips of a kid, that's coming out of the portal, but you truly don't know what that guy is. And so I think he knows that. I think Coach knows that he has to go get a guy that has some experience that can come in here from day one and grab the bull by the horns.
You got the NIL factor in there too. Tyler says, I like how portal transfers now have price tags for NIL. And Jamie says, I think most quarterbacks make $100K to $250K. Like I don't know what the figures are, but you got to throw that factor in there now.
It's called free agency, man. NIL is a neat way in college to say free agency. And so you're right. I mean, to go get a proven quarterback that can play. I mean, the reason why is because somebody else is probably going after that guy. And let's face it, man, we have a great defense this year. And the thing that we're missing is probably the trigger guy at quarterback that can make everything go. And so that's why it's important on every level. If you go look at a winning team, typically it's because they have a quarterback that is pretty good.
As for that commitments, we do have one quarterback committed, Cole Hodge.
Yeah, from high school.
Yep, Christian Academy of Louisville.
Yeah, who I know Donnie is big on his recruitment. So you wonder, how that factors in.
Well, the secret to that a lot of times, one guy doesn't just recruit them because of possible changes, So typically you have 2 to 3 guys on that staff, if not 4, that has a tie that will contact that kid as well, just, in case somebody leaves. And he was the primary recruiter. That kid doesn't have anybody to talk to. And so they're typically more than one coach that's recruiting that kid.
Eric says, unfortunately, when ECU is shopping, they are only able to buy the cereal that comes in a big bag. He says, are there any great value quarterbacks out there? Hey, we had some good NIL news last week with Team Boneyard getting donations. So maybe we can increase the budget a little bit, but we're going to need that to keep growing. And, going to need some new blood in here on offense. And, Jason, you made a point, too, about, leadership on offense. And a lot of times that does come from veterans that have been around 3 or 4 years. But if you bring in a quarterback with the right mindset that has won games, and look at what the offense did this year, he can win over a locker room pretty quick, right?
Well, listen, I mean, go back in history. Russell Wilson did it when he left NC State to go to Wisconsin, right? They talked about the kid Hartman that left Wake Forest to go up to Notre Dame. I mean, the right kid that has the right makeup, he's a natural leader, right? And he'll come in here and he'll know how to not just talk it, but he will come in here and show them by how he works and the time that he's going to put in. And those guys will respect that. And so that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a guy that has that type of makeup and will come in here and from day one have a presence.
Jason Nichols joining us here. We'll take a break. Purdue jumped out 6-0 on Gonzaga. Gonzaga scored 12 in a row, and now they're just trading baskets. It is Gonzaga 23, Purdue 17. Entertaining first half going on in Maui. John Moody said, what a finish. And Minji's, and I'll figure out what he's talking about. Kennesaw State and Northeastern. It ends with Kennesaw State winning 79-77. The Pirates will play the Owls tomorrow. Today they'll take on Georgia Southern coming up at 6. A lot going on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by DeBuck. Kenny says we need an O-line also. Kenny just Yeah, we got a lot of needs. That was our quarterback segment. Maybe we'll do an O-line segment as well. A lot of things needed on that offensive side of the ball for the Pirates. We will take a break, come back, have more for you. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Purple rain, that's alright. Come on, y'all. Purple rain, oh yes. Don't it feel good? Only wanna see you. Can I play this guitar?
Here at Brown & Wood with Jeff Stahn. Jeff, I've noticed a lot of great GMC pickup trucks on the lot.
Yes, sir. We have 2500s and 1500s in stock and the all-new 3.0 Duramax diesel. We earned 30 extra trucks on allocation, so go online, brownandwood.com, or stop in, build your truck, we'll get it coming for you. Brown & Wood, voted #1 by the customer in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Jake Hunter, your favorite dance guy for the ECU Baseball Pirates, and my brand new Hop to the Hum t-shirt is now available exclusively at pr927fm.com. My t-shirt is only $20 and is available for pre-order now until December 10th. This shirt will have you and all your Pirate friends hyped for the 2024 baseball season. Get shopping and get hopping to the hum. Visit pr927fm.com to purchase yours today and hop to the hum with me in 2024. Go Pirates.
Turkey, ham, bacon, these and other meats are great around the holidays and every other day, but they all leave behind grease when you cook them, and grease is a real pain in the drain. When you pour grease down a drain, it cools and can clog sewer lines. That can lead to sewer spills, which are messy, bad for the environment, and can also be expensive. Never pour grease down the drain. Instead, collect it in a container like a used soup can or jar. Let it cool and throw it away in the trash. Together, we can protect our sewer system and the environment. For more information, go to GUC.com.
This is Dr. Phil Perdue from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Nothing freshens up a space like a new coat of paint. And no one east of Raleigh makes painting easier than CertaPro. Residential or commercial, inside and outside, CertaPro is your dependable painting experts. CertaPro's concern is about getting your painting done right and making sure you're satisfied. Whether you have a large or small job, professional quality is what you will get. Let us come to your home or business and give you a free quote. CertaPro takes all the worry away from your painting project. Go to CertaPro.com and click on Clayton Greenville. That's CERTAPRO. CertaPro. Familia is your go-to spot for the best Italian dishes around, including pizzas, pastas, salads, and homemade desserts.
That's Familia.
Enjoy half-off wine night on Wednesdays, $3 drafts on Thursdays, or get a pizza of the week for just $12.
That's Familia.
Place your order online or call 689-6330, and Familia will have your order ready in their drive-thru window for pickup.
That's Familia.
Clip, really?
Oh, sorry.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville near Pitt Community College.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is Kim McNeil, head women's basketball coach at East Carolina University, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes of East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients of Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. And the Buccaneer Music Hall has all the fun for your Sunday Fun Day covered. Every Sunday, kick off the day with the Buck and the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs, so you don't miss a game. They'll have mimosa specials, a Bloody Mary menu, and pizza all day from Pizza Hut. And don't forget the weekly jersey giveaway starting at 5 o'clock. Score every Sunday at the Buck. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Fun one going on between the Zags and the Boilers right now. Up and down the court they go. Gonzaga with a lead, 25-19 first half, 8:18 left to go in that game in Maui. About to get it going in 30 minutes or so at Minges. East Carolina taking on Georgia Southern. Man, Pirates need a win tonight, as they have lost 2 in a row, have not had the services of Brandon Johnson, and I think that will continue even on into tonight. But Pirates need a win in hoops in a big way. Women lost earlier today to 15th ranked Ohio State. They lost by 24. They were 24.5-point underdogs. For you gamblers out there, the Pirates covered by 0.5 point. They play Seton Hall coming up on Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. All right, Kenny said we need an O-line also. And Reggie on Facebook says, talk about the O-line, which in my opinion was the root cause of the problem. Look, there's a lot of phrases you hear. You know, you can have John Elway back there, but if you don't have an offensive line, you can't. So it's a real chicken or egg thing. If we have Nashad Strother and Avery Jones this year, do we have any more wins with Alex Flynn and Mason Garcia at quarterback? I don't know. And we've asked Jason this a million times this year. When you have a struggling O-line, what does your coordinator have to do to hide that, to mask that? So it all goes hand in hand, but clearly that was a big problem. Mike Houston talked about it on Saturday, that basically Navy just dared East Carolina to throw the ball, would not let them run. He said East Carolina became one-dimensional, and that's because the Pirates weren't able to run the ball and obviously couldn't get anything going in the passing game. So, again, it's all cyclical, Jason, but the O-line and inability to get anything going there, a continuity, with 5, that was a huge issue for East Carolina this year.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, it starts up front. I mean, whenever you're building a program, I mean, that's the first 2 places you're going to start with is O-line and D-line, making sure that those guys are good enough. It's just hard to find good O-linemen all the time. Because if you do find good ones, like we had 2 good ones that left and somebody else picked them off from us. And I'm not saying that the other guys aren't good, but they haven't played a lot of football. And what makes a good O-lineman most of the time, is his experience and stuff like that. But, the truly the O-linemen that pop on film are the ones that typically get Power 5 offers. I mean, it's the reason why they go there. And that's why I said earlier in the year, that's why we're such a developmental program, is because you don't get the finished product here. You have to really work on that and develop that on and off the field to get them to a point to where they can win for you. And I don't think that'll ever change. It's just, it's the have and the have-nots.
And there's a pecking order, and that is why it gets right back to, at East Carolina, we're not going to win playing smash mouth, 3 yards in a cloud of dust football.
Never have.
You got to be innovative.
You got to be innovative. You got to spread people out. You got to be able to count the box. They got one more in there than what we can block, then we got to put it on the perimeter. And it's really just that simple to think that even when we had Junior Smith and Juris McPhail and Scott Harley and all those guys, we never really was just a smash mouth. We've always been a one-back team here. But we picked our moments. There were moments where we ran the ball pretty effective, but we set it up with the pass. We got people out of the box because we knew we couldn't go and just, when you go play Auburn, how you going to play smash mouth football when you play those guys? I know that's a bad example because New Mexico State did beat those guys. Let's just say Alabama, because you go and play some of these teams out of conference that they're just bigger than you, and you can't move those guys. What do? You don't wave the white flag. You got to find a way to go get it done.
Yeah, I mean, and here at East Carolina, it does seem like, Jason, and maybe you can tell me why have we been able to play smash mouth football a lot on the defensive side, where our D line, we saw it this year. I think back to those Virginia Tech meetings when we had Terry Williams at defensive tackle, and Virginia Tech was one of the few teams that still kind of played old school at the end of Frank Beamer days, and they try to run it, and we'd stuff them and didn't give them anything. We have had really good D lines here, but subpar O lines. Why is that?
Well, the thing is, one, if you go back into the Frank Beamer, especially when we were still in Conference USA, we could take prop 48s. So in that situation, you were getting guys that probably should have been at Virginia Tech, Georgia, and all those places, but because they academically didn't qualify, they came here to East Carolina as a prop. And so, matter of fact, Skip had 2 or 3 of them that got drafted. And anytime you can tell me you got 2 guys on the D-line that gets drafted, you're going to have a pretty good defense. I don't care where you are.
Yeah.
But it's also a numbers game. The defense can say, you know what, we're committed to stopping the run. I'm putting an extra hat. The defense is always going to try to put one more in there than what you can block. And that's where you got to be smart enough, too, to be and you got to be dynamic enough on the perimeter to be able to make people have to say, man, can I afford to keep that safety in the box, or do I need to keep them back on the hash so we don't get beat over the top? So it's a lot of things that comes into play other than just smash mouth and hitting them. The numbers game is too huge these days. They're going to put 8 guys in the box on you. That's why our defense does a great job stopping and run.
Jamie says we are known for our wide receivers, running backs, and a QB every now and then. I mean, we have had a great run of wide receivers playing at the next level and just having tremendous numbers here in college. And boy, we kind of took that for granted because we were sitting here last February saying, man, C.J. Johnson might not play. We lost Tyler Snead. We lost Pro a couple years ago. Like, who's going to be our guy? And C.J. did play. Isaiah Winstead came in, became a major guy. We picked Ryan Jones. This was some foresight, taking a guy who was a linebacker from Oklahoma, right, and saying, hey, come play offense here. You're going to have to do things like that and find those diamonds in the rough here. And we thought that, well, somebody will step up, whether it be Jalen Johnson or Sowell or somebody, and nobody, we just couldn't get anything from a passing standpoint this year. It's the first year we have not had a real threat at wide receiver since I can remember, Jason.
Well, it takes so much for that to even happen for a receiver, because you got to have an O-line that can protect the quarterback.
Yeah.
You got to go with a quarterback that can deliver the ball. And so it's so much that goes through that. And then you got to have receivers that can go and win in a one-on-one matchup or understand whether it's zone or man and how to sit in the zone or whatnot and make a play. So it's so much more that goes on to being an effective offense when you're throwing the ball sometimes than what it looks like. And a lot of times it does. It starts up front because once those quarterbacks start getting hit, man, they start getting antsy in that pocket. I don't know if you guys have noticed that, but it's hard for them to sit in there and truly believe that, okay, I'm protected.
And we keep hearing, hey, man, we gotta play with some confidence. Well, the only way to do that is to have production and be confident about something. And right now, this offense has zero confidence. So I've seen a lot of people who are at the game, and this is their perspective on it, but I've seen it from multiple people that talked about just kind of body language and hanging your heads and how the defense is so engaged in the game and the offense isn't. And man, when you're playing as poor as they are, you kind of understand why that is. I mean, nothing to be excited about.
Confidence is a huge factor, and I don't care what you do in life, you got to be confident about it. And you're right. I mean, we never got enough success out of what we were doing for them to build that. confidence as the season went on. It was always, here we go again, So, it's a situation where we definitely got to get it fixed, and I know those guys are busy at work trying to get that done.
Jason Nichols here in the Pirate Radio studios. We'll take another break. We'll come back. We'll have more for you. Gonzaga now up 9 on Purdue. Early Purdue, the number 2 team in the country. Was it last year they lost in the first round to a 16? That was last tournament, right? But they are a great regular season team, and they still got the big boy, Zach Edey, and feeding him, and he will go to the line here. But the Zags up 9 in the first half. Buccaneer Music Hall Scoreboard presented by Buck. Get Jason's thoughts on tonight's Monday night matchup, big one between the Eagles and the Chiefs, and have more for you when we return after this.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Bud Light was brewed to be delicious and easy to drink beer, even when little things in life are hard. Like when the game is going into overtime, but you have even more time to enjoy it in a fresh Bud Light. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up Bud Light at your local retailer today. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Wally's 2 Kettle Corn in Winterville is where you can find the tastiest popcorn around. Make it a movie night at home with Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. They have over 50 flavors to choose from, including classics like cheddar, caramel, and my favorite, better butter. Or try their specialty flavors such as Chicago Style, Wintergreen Mix, and MJ's Cheesecake. Wally's 2 also caters, so if you're hosting a party or event, satisfy your company with delicious popcorn. Check them out on Facebook or stop by and see Wally today on Fire Tower Road across from Sam Jones Barbecue. Wally's 2 Kettle Corn. Make it a poppin' day.
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank that's in your corner when you need them. This is Chris Richards from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Ashley Capps, Bonner Latham, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business, come and see one of our experienced team members at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. Member FDIC.
Get holiday shopping done today at Naughty Life in downtown Washington. This is Gina from Naughty Life, and our store is stocked with the best gifts for your family and friends. Need a new Yeti cup or cooler? Then you can find it here at Naughty Life. Looking for some jewelry, sunglasses, or cool new apparel? Come to Naughty Life today. Also remember, we offer free gift wrapping and great customer service that will help you find a gift for the hard-to-buy person. Enjoy less holiday stress and more fun at Naughty Life on Main Street in downtown Washington.
Looking for a hometown service in a hometown atmosphere? Look no further than G.W. Walker & Sons in downtown Washington. Randy and Carolyn Walker will work with you to make your home renovations come to life. At G.W. Walker & Sons, we offer a wide selection of flooring for your home, office, church, or school, along with expert installation. Stop by G.W. Walker & Sons at 203 West Main Street in downtown Washington, and let's start making those dreams come true. G.W. Walker & Sons, serving Eastern North Carolina since 1946. Go Pirates!
For years, Callie Ann Phelps has been singing about Phelps Chevrolet.
Phelps Chevrolet is the one for you. Low prices, service too. See the big dealer right away. Carolina's finest, Phelps Chevrolet.
And you'll agree with what Skylar Phelps has to say.
Nobody beats Phelps Chevrolet's prices. Nobody.
The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
Radio. Ho, you're listening to Pirate Radio.
Listen, if you don't mind, we're gonna do things a little differently. Sing along if you know it. Let's rock. What you doing? What you doing? Where you at? Where you at? Oh, you got plans. You got plans. Don't say that. Shut your trap. I'm sipping wine. Sip, sip. In a row. Drip, drip. I look too good to be alone.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 36 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville, next to Sam's Club, or visit qualityequip.com to find the location near you. And Pirate fans, did you know there's thousands of special needs children and adults right here in our community that loves ECU athletics as much as you do? Robbie's Clubhouse is a local nonprofit organization that can turn your unused ECU tickets into a fun day for a family with special needs. If you can't make it to the next Pirate game, simply call 1-800-DIAL-ECU and donate and designate your tickets for Robbie's Clubhouse. If you know of a family that needs tickets to a game, call Robbie's Clubhouse at 252-916-9117. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right. Thank you, Shirley Rhodes. Young Joey in the house. Joey, we're going to do our NFL pick segment tomorrow. I believe you've already texted yours in, correct?
I have. I'm waiting to hear back from DB.
We'll talk to Tony Dunn tomorrow from the C3 podcast because we won't be here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So we'll pick our NFL games. Shirley, you okay?
Yeah, sorry.
You are in the spirit. It's hitting you right now.
Open. Sorry. I do love
Shirley.
that. I do love the song.
Jason loves your old school music. But I heard y'all talking about this before the show. Was it you, Joey, that said Bruno Mars was almost born like 30 years too late?
Well, he says all the time in interviews that he was born in the wrong generation.
Oh, okay.
He makes music for older generations.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because this has the old school 70s feel, and he's got a song off of his old album called Versace on the Floor that has more of that 80s R&B feel. So, yeah, he was definitely born in the wrong generation, but I just love anything he does. So,
there you go. Coming up tonight, potential Super Bowl preview. You got the beast of the NFC versus one of the AFC's best teams, Jason. The Chiefs and Eagles going at it. Kelsey Bowl, however you want to look at it. The Eagles, we were talking about this earlier. The way we talk about them, you would think they have 2 or 3 losses at this point. They have 1 loss, and it feels like they haven't played their best because they've been in games. Hell, Washington's been with them in a couple of games and had a chance to beat them. Couldn't do it. And then you've got the Chiefs on the other side who are winning with defense this year and kind of waiting around for that offense to click. So still maybe waiting on these teams' best. Maybe we see it tonight in an epic game, but who do you like? I believe it's in Arrowhead tonight. Yeah. Correct? Yep.
Yes, it's in Arrowhead, so I'm going to go with the Chiefs. You got to go with them at home, right?
Even if it was a +2 for your pick'em, you would go for the Chiefs?
Man, I don't understand all that plus. I'm a coach. I don't.
No, we're doing picks, and every pick is worth 1 point.
And
this pick is
he's saying we doubled this game because the slate was so bad this week. I said, you know what? We're all picking the same teams. Let's make this a 2-pointer.
Yeah.
So
whatever that is, I'm going with it.
Fair enough.
Maybe you're on the wrong side tonight, young man.
No, you know what? And you made a good point. Like people haven't been like. Eagles aren't as polarizing as they were last year, and I just feel like they haven't been beating up on people, which is true. Yeah. They might be saving their best football for postseason.
Well, they got the guys to do it now. I mean, that defensive line, you want to talk about a D-line. Whew. Yeah. They got them.
And the quarterback to do it, too. I'll talk about a leader and leadership, and Hurts just exudes that as a player. Man, something about him.
I'm just telling you, man, those you have a quarterback, you got a chance. You don't have a quarterback, you better be good in a lot of other places, brother.
Jamie's calling it now. Chiefs-Eagles rematch. Joey, we both said Niners a couple weeks ago for the NFC side on the Super Bowl. Who's in the AFC? Tony likes the surging Ravens. I know he said a couple Fridays ago.
I like it, but I also don't like Lamar in the playoffs. So
well,
I don't
you just haven't seen it.
Yeah, so I don't.
He's never had as many weapons as he has right now either.
Also true.
So I don't know.
Like that. I would love to see.
I mean, your contenders right now are the Dolphins.
I just don't. I don't know if the Dolphins is it.
Do you say the Bills are up there?
No.
Don't know.
Not
if the
this
Bills
year with
are
the
it.
too much drama going on in that locker room. I don't think so.
Ravens.
I do think the Ravens have a good chance of being it.
Whatever else comes out of the North, maybe the Browns. I mean, no, you can't say they're a Super Bowl contender.
No,
with their quarterback situation.
No. Now, if they still had Deshaun, I would probably say you can't count them out because that defense is good enough.
Your other options then become the Jaguars, the Texans,
CJ,
and of course the Chiefs. So what are we down to? Chiefs, Ravens,
Chiefs and Ravens to be now. You know, the Dolphins can, but they're just so. Sometimes, I mean, like versus good teams, they haven't played well. They don't put up as many points and yards when they play a really good team.
Jalen Ramsey is back though, so they got a new big defensive leader.
And I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but Dolphins. What if they finish with the most wins and get everything coming to them in the playoffs and not have to worry about cold weather? Does that make you feel different about them?
That would.
Yeah, because I do like Dolphins in a one-off game, which is the playoffs. So I think if my Super Bowl is probably Dolphins Niners. Which doesn't seem like it's going to happen when I say it out loud.
I'm just saying Dolphins at Bills, Dolphins at Chiefs, Dolphins at Ravens in January. You're not going to pick the Dolphins in those games probably. But you get them in this nice sunny weather where Tyreek and Waddle and
can be fat.
Mostert and A-Chain and all them.
Who's back? Who's coming back?
Yeah.
Wait, he just got hurt again. The running back?
What, yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No.
Yes, he did.
They practice on a Sunday.
No. Didn't the Dolphins play that?
They played yesterday, didn't they?
Yeah, they played against
But did he play in the game?
Yes.
Yeah, I did see he played a little bit.
He did. It's just another knee injury.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dang.
So,
NFC side.
I'll tell you what, I would enjoy a Ravens-Eagles Super Bowl. I think that would be a good game.
That would be a good game.
I wish somehow the Lions could do it. That would be so much fun.
You know what? I don't count the Lions out. You know, they're the team right now, right? They're just finding. They're playing well. Let's just put it out there. They are playing well.
Needed a late drive yesterday. Got it.
They did, but in the NFL, typically most games when they're competitive comes down to that last drive. That's why it's important to have a quarterback.
I'm still going to roll with the Niners, but. I mean, the Cowboys are out there, too. They've got all the talent to do it.
They got all the talent, and they're playing better. So I don't know. The NFC is the toughest one to pick to me.
I think you got more options. Eagles, Cowboys, Lions, Niners. Do you give the Seahawks a chance? They are frisky. They're a frisky wild card team.
Yeah. I have not seen them enough to I got to have that eye test. I got to be able to look at them and say, okay.
And then you've got the stupid South champion who's going to. Falcons are a game back, Jason. Falcons are a game back.
We're going back to the Ritter.
Oh,
if they lose to the Jets, then playoff hopes are over.
We're not losing to the Jets. I will bet you on that one.
Hey, I
Off
think
air we can talk details.
I think it's about Jameis time and Nolan's, ain't it? And Carl Hurts.
I did see a video where it was like Jameis was kind of expressing his frustrations with Kamara. Kamara was kind of giving him like I'm with you. So it would be nice to see Winston play.
He was trying to get up to Minnesota when all that.
He was in the talks, but they ended up going.
He should be quarterbacking in New York right now for the Jets.
You know what? That if
trade deadline's passed.
Yeah.
Did you see RG3 threw his hat in there? Said the Jets, the quarterback they need to get is me.
I saw RG3 racing Dabo down the hill the other day. I tell you what, man, RG3, shout out to him. He has made a great post-football career for himself.
Yeah.
And he's going to be doing TV for a long, long time.
And it's much easier on the body. I'd be like, nah, y'all can keep the Jets. You know what the problem is with the quarterback with the Jets? The O-line can't protect them either. Yeah. Same thing with the Panthers. You know what I'm saying? So...
Jamie says, Lions offense is bad. St. Brown, Gibbs, Reynolds, Montgomery. They got that, and they're playing defense
I wouldn't
this year.
enjoy seeing Goff in another Super Bowl.
Yeah, but he's not.
It's a different Goff.
It's a different Goff. I can't believe that they basically took a holdover, a leftover in a trade, and have turned it into. Because didn't you think he was going to be there for a year?
Yeah, I thought
they were going to draft their next guy and move on. Well, he is their guy. and is going to be the guy that leads them to a home playoff game here.
That's why sometimes it comes down to where you're at and who's developing you and all that good stuff. Some quarterbacks get wasted because they have so much expectation put on them that they get burnt early and they lose their confidence, and the right people don't develop them correctly. I think that's probably what's been going on in Chicago.
Right? Yeah.
It's really crucial about where you as a quarterback where
Does
you
Chicago
go to.
move on from Justin Fields after this year? Do you think?
I'm hearing maybe because of where they sit, with their salary issues and the draft picks that they have, because they got the top 2 picks or something like that.
They'll have 2 out of the top 6.
I mean, hell, they might do another full. Just get rid of Eberflus and Fields and start over again.
Start again?
They might.
Yeah, well, the Falcons need to be all over that. If they want to get rid of Fields, we need to be knocking on that door. Bring them on back to Atlanta.
Let's get our final break in. We'll come back. We'll have some final thoughts from Jason Nichols. We'll ask him his favorite Thanksgiving side dish that he's looking forward to coming up this Thursday, and wrap it up on this Monday, and be back after this.
Sipping wine in a robe. I look too good to be alone. My house clean, pool warm. I just shake smooth like a newborn. We should be dancing.
Hello, this is Kelvin Rawls with Pestec of Greenville, your East Coast exterminating professionals. Most people think that winter slows down pests, but it actually brings them closer to your home and family. Pests increase foraging for food and shelter and are carriers for disease, harmful stings, and other problems to threaten and disrupt your life. Don't let fire ants or mice move in with you through the cold season. Call Chris Rhodes and Pestec and visit us online at pesttechgreenville.com. Let Pestec ensure that you have a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas pest-free.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Dixon Williams, #1 for your East Carolina baseball team, and my brand new Welcome to the Jungle t-shirt is now available exclusively at pr927fm.com. This Comfort Colors t-shirt is only $20 and will be a home run gift for all your friends and family. This shirt is available for pre-order now until November 30th, so get shopping today at pr927fm.com and you will have them just in time for the holidays. I look forward to seeing all of Pirate Nation in the jungle soon. Go Pirates.
Make your holiday shopping a slam dunk this season with a gift certificate from Beauty Bar Medi Spa and receive a free gift. Or put the ball in your court by shopping our 12 Days of Christmas flash sales, December 7th through the 22nd. 12 days, 12 different sales, offering tremendous savings on all Beauty Bar Medi Spa services and products, such as Botox, filler, laser treatments, RF microneedling, facials, hair removal, and more. The shot clock is running on your time to shop. Gift wrapping and shipping are available. BeautyBarMedispa.com.
The holiday season is a special time of year, one that is meant to be spent with family, friends, and loved ones, offering a heart filled with gratitude, joy, and hope. Pitt County Schools is thankful for a community that inspires our students by providing growth opportunities and investing in our teachers and staff with continued support. The arrival of a new year also presents a fresh beginning. So if you are interested in creating a rewarding future by becoming engaged with an award-winning school system that is centered around educational and leadership advantages, we are hiring. Pitt County Schools encourages you to become a part of our team to help ensure success for the posterity of Eastern North Carolina. To fill out an application, please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org. Grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and 1 community.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The brunch is back. The famous brunch buffet at Fifth Street Hardware has a variety of breakfast and lunch items from 10:30 to 2, including an omelet station and prime rib, and a special Sunday cocktail menu, including mimosa flights. Don't forget, Fifth Street Hardware has lunch specials every day, along with over 40 beers on tap. Trivia Wednesday, live music every Thursday night, and a late night menu through the weekend. Visit FifthStreetHardware.com or give them a follow on Facebook and Instagram for a weekly lineup and more. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is Carson Wistenhunt, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It was a good day for the stock market. The Dow was up 203 points at 35,151. The NASDAQ was up 159 points at 14,284, and the S&P was ahead 33 points at 4,547. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900. Wells Fargo LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, getting ready to wrap it up here on a Monday. Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday. Jason, what is your go-to side dish at the Thanksgiving table?
Man, some good deviled eggs is one. Some good dressing. Because that's my mom's dressing.
And it's not stuffing, it's dressing.
It's dressing. Stuffing.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
There you see the Southern boy right here. See?
Yes, sir.
Not
my
the
grandma's
same thing.
dressing is where it's my pick.
No doubt.
You put oysters in there or not?
No, I haven't, but
I've had that. I like the non-oyster, but I've had both. Joey, deviled eggs, is that a thing in Puerto Rico?
No.
Have you ever had one?
Thing, yeah, but no, it's not a Thanksgiving thing for us.
Right. What is Puerto Rican Thanksgiving? What are the traditional?
Tostones, arroz con gandules.
Can we translate?
Tostones is like plantain mushed.
Okay.
And it's like a chip, essentially.
Okay.
Arroz con gandules, that's rice and beans. Ceviche, that's like a seafood soup. Really good.
So what about the, do you have a bird involved?
Yeah, we have turkey. And then we also have pernil, which is a turkey just cooked and seasoned differently.
Cajun style turkey.
I've been trying to get my dad to buy the Popeyes turkey, and he won't have it.
And in Louisiana, oh my God, they had this place there. You could buy a turkey and it was seasoned. Ooh, it was awesome.
My mom sent me something, Shirley, we might have to do tomorrow. It's like a Thanksgiving would you rather.
Okay.
Would you rather wash your hair with mashed potatoes or take a bath in gravy?
Yeah.
We might have to hit this one tomorrow.
I already know my answer.
Me too.
Joey, we won't see you until
next week.
Saturday?
Yeah,
Saturday. You here Saturday? Yeah. All right. Well, have a happy Thanksgiving, man.
Likewise.
What are you looking forward to the most at your family's table on Thursday?
The most? Probably. Oh, you know what? It hasn't even, my mom doesn't cook this. Cornbread. I love the cornbread that we get. Don't know what store it comes from. It's the best cornbread. I eat like 6 of them.
But you love your mom's cooking too.
Get it, mama, I love you, mama. Please, mama.
I gave you like 8 softballs and you missed them all somehow. All right, chat gang, we'll see y'all. Jason, we'll see you Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Have a happy Thanksgiving, man.
All right, brother, same to you.
And we'll be back with you. Big day tomorrow. Mully, where's the Mark Davis wig? We got that and more coming up on Tuesday's edition of Pirate Radio Live. We'll talk to you then. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington,